On air, online, on podcast and on iTunes. You're listening to Radio International with JP, the ultimate Eurovision experience. Around the world, this is Eurovision Radio International.
Radio International. JP. Radio International.
Dear brothers and sisters, annuncio vobis gaudium magnum. Habemus
Mr. Neff. E Mr. Neff, che facciamo?
Habemus
JP.
Oh, sure.
Radio International.
We have ignition sequence start. The engines are on. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
JP. Radio International.
Tune in and rip the knob off.
You're listening to Radio International with JP. United Kingdom.
If you had nothing left, I'll give you my last breath.
Hi, this is Nicki French of Don't Play That Song Again. You're listening to JP on Radio International. Don't play that song again, reminding me of how it used to be. Don't play that song again. I wish it could be like before, when you were here with me. Oh yeah.
Hi, this is Katrina from Katrina and the Waves. I am from the United States of America. You're listening to Radio International with JP. And here's my song. It's called Love, Shine a Light.
Love, shine a light in every corner of my heart. Let the love light carry. Let the love light carry. Brothers and sisters in every little part. Let our love shine a light in every corner of our hearts. And we're all gonna shine a light together.
Radio International.
The United Kingdom.
1973.
To all our friends, to the music that never ends, to the people we want to be. Baby, power to you and me.
There's one old man, spends his life growing flowers and caring for the bees. Power to the bees. There's one old lady, spent her days making wine. The wine tasted fine. Power to the vine.
Power to the boys that played rock and roll and made my life so sweet. And to the girls I knew before, and those I've yet to meet. Power to all our friends, to the music that never ends, to the people we want to be. Baby, power to you and me.
There's one strong man plowing in the valley. He's living off the land. Power to the land. There's some young girl laying down in Monte Carlo, laying in the sun. Power to the sun.
Power to the boys that played rock and roll and made my life so sweet. And to the girls I knew before, and those I've yet to meet. Power to all our friends, to the music that never ends, to the people we want to be. and roll. I made my life so sweet. And to the girls I knew before, and those I've yet to meet. Power to all our friends, to the music that never ends, to the people we want to be. Baby, power to you and me, to the music that never ends. Baby, power to all our friends.
Wow.
A powerful new force is about to hit this city.
What are we gonna do now?
Radio International.
Oh, joy!
Greetings, Earthlings.
Welcome.
Hi, I'm Petra Mede.
And I'm Måns Zelmerlöw, and you're listening to Radio International with JP.
Twinkling and twinkling the ivory nicely. Welcome along to the show. JP in the hot seat for the next 4 hours. The final regular edition of Radio International. Actually, we're already in the Christmas mood. Christmas break mood this is. We're back to normality on the first Wednesday of January 2021. Kicking us off musically with the number 3 sound at the Eurovision Song Contest of 1973, the United Kingdom entry by Cliff Richard and Power to All Our Friends. And Cliff celebrating 80 years in the show business. Well, no. 80 years of age. Not quite 80 years yet in the show business, but he's got a new song coming your way. We're going to be playing that one on the show today as well. It's called P.S. Please. We put that one on the market in November of 2020. But also on the show, I must apologize that last week we were so busy that we didn't squeeze in the birthday file and also the Eurovision cover spot last week. So we're going to be putting that right this week. So in this hour, you're going to get the birthday file and the cover spot from last week. Okay? In the next hour, the birthday file and the cover spot from today. For this week's edition of the show. So David, I put things right. I do apologize for that. But we were so busy with Laura Risotto last week that we ran out of time. And also joining me in this hour will be with Rosa Lopez from sunny Spain. She represented the Spanish nation at the Eurovision Song Contest 2002 with Europe's leading a celebration, or living a celebration. Wow, how nice is that? So she'll be in the second hour. We're going to play 3 of her tunes, of course, as well, her Eurovision entry. And then in our third hour today, we will be joined by Francesca Sant'Ambrogio from Italy, and we're going to be doing Italy at the Eurovision Song Contest, and this is going to be the Eurovision cover spot XXL with a new voice on the show. And in our fourth hour, he's got the honors to close out 2020 in the way that we do Radio International usually. It's Dermot Manning. And he'll be looking at debut countries or the debut entries at the Eurovision Song Contest when the contest was staged in Ireland. And there was quite a number of those. So one day that's all happening. And yes, we will be, then that's also a Eurovision Spotlight XXL. Now, let me take you into the Eurovision Song Contest of 2015.
Bringing you the magic of Eurovision. Radio International with JP.
Hello, this is Anne-Sophie from Germany. You're listening to Radio International with JP, and this is my song, Black Smoke. Enjoy.
Germany.
When you look at me, you know you're hard to read, because the face I see is not the one I know. And when you call me baby, what's that supposed to mean? I don't know who you are, how long that it's all in my head. But the truth remains, we're just too far apart. You know we're fooling ourselves if we hold on, 'cause we're fighting for something that we don't want. No, just leave it now and walk away. See the change, I know we both don't have the heart to say. Can't return to what we were, we'll never be the same. 'Cause you said you never let me go, and I said I can't, but now we know that it's too hard to say 3 words, too hard to make it work when there's nothing left to talk about. 'Cause you know the flame is running out. Too hot sun left to burn me, you know we're only left with smoke. Too hot to say 3 black smoke. Too hot to we're only left with smoke. Too hot to say 3 black smoke. Too hot to make it work. 'Cause you said you never let me go. Oh no. Yeah, you said you never let me go. Yeah, you said you never let me go, and I said I can't, but now we know. Too hot to say 3 words, too hot to make it work when there's nothing left to talk about. 'Cause you know the flame is running out. Too hot sun left to burn me, you know we're only left with smoke. Black smoke, we're only left with smoke.
It's Europe's #1 Eurovision show. Celebrate the magic of Eurovision with JP on Radio International.
So, was so nice to hear that song again, although it ended up last in the grand final of the Eurovision Song Contest in 2015. Germany's Anne-Sophie and Black Smoke. She's got a new song out. We're going to hear it in just a few minutes. It's called The Phantom Pain, released in November of 2020. Next week on Radio International, it's going to be a rather special edition of the show. It's our final show of the year, 2020. In fact, some stations take it as a final show, and on some stations will be the first edition, the first show of 2021. So, but looking at the Wednesday's broadcast, you're live and direct kicking on Radio International on Castle Point FM in the United Kingdom. As well, we are on Facebook on Eurovision Radio International, our Facebook group. And there, click on the first post minute, and then you link up with all the Eurovision fans from around the Eurovision universe. You can listen to the show as well as chat. That's only possible on Wednesdays. If you're listening to the show on the other stations, as is Saturdays, we are on Castle Point FM, getting a repeat of the show at noon to 4 p.m. Central European Time. On Sundays, we are on Run FM in the United Kingdom between noon and 4 p.m. And then also on Sundays, Radio Wymontham, that's Radio Wyndham in other words. Wymontham is radio, and then it's WYMONDHAM.com. We're on there, on that station from 1 to 5 p.m. Central European Time. Tuesdays, you get us on our home station in sunny Malta from 9 p.m. onwards. Radio 105 in Malta. And then on Fridays, Radio International airs on the Rock of Gibraltar on GoGo Radio Gibraltar. Failing to tune in to any of the stations when the show is broadcast, fear not, we are also available on our website and various podcasting providers, as there is iTunes, Podbean, Spotify, and some other podcasting, Google Podcasts. You just have to search for us. You're going to find us there. We're also on Mixcloud as well. So now you know everything where you can pick up the show, as well as on our website at www.radiointernational.tv. Download the show or just click listen. And there you are. But don't forget, in this hour, you're going to get a birthday file from the 16th of December from last week on Radio International with David Mann. We don't have any Eurovision news as we are in the Christmas break. Nathan will be with us again in a couple of weeks' time. And the Eurovision Spotlights, there are 2 of them on the show today in the XXL form with Francesca Sant'Ambrogio from Italy, and we're going to be talking about Italy at the Eurovision Song Contest in our fourth and final hour for today. You're going to get Dermot Manning taking a look at countries that debuted at Eurovision Song Contest when Eurovision came from the Irish Republic. And of course, don't forget as well 2 editions of the Eurovision cover spot on the show today. Now, enough of talking from my side. Let's play that new song of Anne-Sophie, Phantom Pain, and then we follow that one on right away with a new song of Cliff Richard that's called P.S. Please, and that's all right here on Radio International.
Radio International for all the fans of the Eurovision Song Contest.
Inside me a black hole, absorbing the words that you just said. Boy, you got me, but I'm okay. I took over control, you are just an echo in my head. Boy, you hurt me, but I'm okay. You're wrong if you think I'm lost, I've been here before. Let me tell you, even dark places have a back door. I'll find a way out. There's a place beyond the doubt that I will find again somehow. I'll find a way out. There's a place beyond the doubt that I will find again somehow. What constantly follows my shadow into the morning light. Boy, you lost me, but I'm okay. I stoke up a new glow, it's all cried out. Let's say goodbye. Do I owe you? No, I am okay. You're wrong if you think I'm lost, I've been here before. Let me tell you, even dark places have a back door. I'll find a way out. There's a place beyond the doubt that I will find again somehow. I'll find a way out. There's a place beyond the doubt that I will find again somehow. You're a phantom pain, I'm chasing you away. You're a phantom pain, I'm chasing you away. Yeah. You're a phantom pain, I'm chasing you away. You're a phantom pain, I'm chasing you away. Yeah. I'll find a way out. There's a place beyond the doubt that I will find again somehow. I'll find a way out. There's a place beyond the doubt that I will find again somehow.
Anne-Sophie and Phantom Pain was released November 2020 in Germany. JP in the hot seat it is. The ultimate Eurovision experience, we call it Radio International. Get ready for that new song of Sir Cliff Richard. It's P.S. Please.
Happy birthday, dear Eliza. I bet the world feels big at 17. I wonder if you'll find the time to open all the letters I hope you read. Did you get all of my Christmas cards? I bet you're beautiful and breaking hearts. I hope the money I love bought you your first car. Well, keep your foot down on the pedal and go far. P.S. Please remember me from your first steps to your anniversaries. Make these letters your memories. mistakes. There's a blessing in each scar and every break. P.S. Please remember me from your first steps to your anniversaries. Make these letters all your memories, moments of what could never be. P.S. Please remember me. For every word we never get to speak, there are footprints next to yours you'll never see. They are silent, but you know they'll never leave. Never leave. They'll never leave. P.S. Please remember me from your first steps to your anniversaries. Make these letters your memories, words that we'll never get to speak, moments that could never be. P.S. Please remember me. Oh, Eliza.
The brand new song of Sir Cliff Richard. It is P.S. Please.
Radio International.
Oh, I love it.
Europe's #1.
Yeah.
Belated happy birthday to everybody from last week. Here comes last week's birthday file, and it's David Mann.
Eurovision birthday time now, and this week's list includes artists from the 60s through until today, and includes one of the contest's biggest winners. But first we send greetings to a quartet of artists who all appeared, at least initially, on the Eurovision stage as part of a group. Yuval Dor, a member of Israel's Hakol Over Habiabi in 1981, Milan Spalek from Czechoslovakia's Kabat in 2007, Katrin Siska from Estonian girl group Vanilla Ninja, who represented Switzerland in 2005, as well as taking part in their own Estonian selection shows in 2003 and 2008, and to Ellen Nikolaisen, a member of Norway's Bendik Singers in 1973, who also returned to the contest 2 years later as a solo act for Norway. Greetings also go this week to Gianni Morandi, Italy's Eurovision singer in 1970, to Henri Day, Switzerland's singer that year too, to the Netherlands' Douwe Bob from 2016, to Norway's Guri Schenker from 2007, to Anna Maria Jopek, Poland's 2007 singer, to Andrzej Gromela, better known as DJ Grome for Poland in 2018, to Romania's Mihai Trihastariu from 2006, who also took part in their national selections from 2016 to 2019, and to Israel's May Feingold from 2014. Our earliest contest competitor with a birthday to celebrate this week is Germany's Ulla Wiesner from 1965, while at the other end of the spectrum with a celebration this week is Tatia Mezhensevka, Russia's representative at the Junior Eurovision Contest in Gliwice in Poland last year. More artists who've taken part at Eurovision as part of a group or duo next, and it's happy birthday wishes this week to Samo Devisic, a member of Slovenia's Quartissimo in 2009, to Carlis Bumeisters, who performed as Kaja of Valters and Kaja for Latvia in 2005, to Halldór Freyr, a member of Iceland's Polaponk in 2014, to Jennifer Brenning, who performed with Jessica Muscat for San Marino in 2018, to Inês Santos, a member of Portuguese group Almalusa in 1998, and to a talented singer and songwriter from Sweden who you might just remember from an act called ABBA in 1974, Benny Andersson. We'll hear ABBA's Waterloo in a minute or two, but first to some of the more recent performers. Celebrating a birthday this week is Sweden's representative in 2010, Anna Bergendahl, who returned to Melodifestivalen in 2019 and 2020. Greetings also go to Natalia Gordienko, Moldova's 2006 singer, who had been due to return to represent that country once again at this year's contest. To Tornika Kipiani, who should have been representing Georgia this year. And finally to the man who should have been representing Austria at the cancelled 2020 contest in Rotterdam this year. With his song Alive, it's happy birthday wishes this week to Vincent Bueno.
Shackled bows around all these thrones come screaming. Behind a wall of egos there is a hidden hero in us, in all of us. You make me feel like, oh, oh. You make me feel like, oh, oh. You make me feel like, oh, oh. You make me feel like, you make me feel alive. You make me feel like I'm alive again, alive again. Only you can make me feel alive again, alive again. I'm like a little black box, all I need is a little spark to light this whole world up, prepared for fire shots. Only you can make me feel alive again, alive again. Sticks and stones, might break all I own. Come beat it. Behind the wall of egos there is a hidden hero with us. Oh, oh. You make me feel like, oh, oh. You make me feel like, yeah. Oh, oh. You make me feel like, you make me feel alive. You make me feel like I'm alive again, alive again. Only you can make me feel alive again, alive again. I'm like a little black box, all I need is a little spark to light this whole world up, prepared for fire shots. Only you can make me feel alive again, alive again. I give you fire shots. Everybody sing, come on. Oh, 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 oh. You make me feel alive. You make me feel like I'm alive again, alive again. It's overthrown, and I'm on my own, alive again.
Deine Gefahr
Wow, it's ABBA. What a birthday file we had last week, which we actually now have podcast this week. Big thanks to David. He'll be back shortly with a cover spot of last week. And also, I forgot to mention to you that we're going to have Tom Carr in with the Eurovision Spotlight coming up as well next hour. So how we're going to squeeze it all in, it's a mystery to me, but so good to hear Waterloo in German. That's the winning quartet from Sweden, ABBA, and happy birthday to them. Now, don't forget there's also another Eurovision show. There's actually a few more Eurovision shows, and you find them on our website at www.radiointernational.tv, and then you see it if you say listen to this week's edition of Radio International, and below that you see the link to the 3 shows. Like there is Martin Palmer with Let Me Be the One, and there's the David Horton Eurovision show, and there is the Eurovision Showcase with Kieran Ari Totiot.
Here in the United Kingdom, the Eurovision Song Contest has mostly a negative image across the media.
But one man every Sunday, 5 p.m. is going to help change that.
Join Kieran Ari Totiot for the Eurovision Showcase on Forest FM.
He'll be playing you the greatest tunes from the world's greatest singing competition, giving you some quirky facts and having a little bit of a laugh.
So join Kieran every Sunday at 5 p.m. on Forest FM.
For more details, head over to the Facebook page, www.facebook.com/ESC Showcase.
The Eurovision Showcase on Forest FM. There is no need to be making your mind up.
Hello, this is Linda Woodruff, the official spokesperson for the Eurovision Broadcasting Union, the EBU. You're listening to Radio International with JP. It's amazing.
Radio International.
Oh, I love it.
Europe's number 1.
Yeah.
You're listening to the cover spot on Radio International.
Welcome again to the Eurovision cover spot here on Radio International. This week we go to Portugal and to that country's first ever Eurovision winning song, 2017's Amar pelos dois, performed on the Eurovision stage in Kiev, Ukraine by Salvador Sobral and written by his sister Luisa. Luisa Sobral said that she'd always had her brother in mind to perform the song when she wrote it as one of the 16 songs commissioned by Portugal's broadcaster RTP for their Festival de Canção selection shows. But in the event, Luisa found herself standing in for her brother at some of the Eurovision rehearsals. Salvador was quite seriously ill at the time, awaiting a heart transplant, and had to respect the orders of his doctors. Fortunately, Salvador was, after Eurovision, able to undergo his surgery, and he's made a very successful recovery since, and until COVID came along, had returned to performing. But back to 2017, and here's Portugal's first ever Eurovision winning song, Amar pelos dois, from Salvador Sobral.
Se dia alguém perguntar por mim, diz que vivi para te amar. Antes de ti só existi, cansado e sem nada para dar. Meu bem, ouve as minhas preces, peço que regresses, que me voltes a querer. Eu sei que não se ama sozinho, talvez devagarinho possas voltar a aprender. que regresses, que me voltes a querer. Eu sei que não se ama sozinho, talvez devagarinho possas voltar a aprender. Se o teu coração não quiser ceder, não sentir paixão, não quiser sofrer, sem fazer plano do que virá depois. O meu coração pode amar pelos dois.
Amar pelos dois from Salvador Sobral, Portugal's Eurovision winner in 2017. More Portuguese artists in a minute or two, but first another Eurovision winner, 1977's victor for France, Marie Miriam. Marie took her song L'Oiseau et l'Enfant, The Bird and the Child, to victory at London's now demolished Wembley Conference Centre, and in 2018 she was one of the guests on the French national final selection show's Destination Eurovision. Marie was born Miriam Lopez in what was then the Belgian Congo and is actually of Portuguese descent herself, so quite fitting that for the French television final in 2018 she chose to perform a short cover of Portugal's winning song, Amar pelos dois.
Se dia alguém pergunta por mim, diz que vivi para te amar. Antes de ti só existi, cansado e sem nada para dar. Meu bem, ouve as minhas preces, peço que regresses, que me voltes a querer. Eu sei que não se ama sozinho, talvez devagarinho possas voltar a aprender. Se o teu coração não quiser ceder, não sentir paixão, não quiser sofrer, sem fazer planos do que virá depois. O meu coração pode amar pelos dois.
Marie Miriam!
Merci.
Marie Miriam at Destination Eurovision in 2018. And back to Portugal now for a cover version of Amar pelos dois that was performed on Portuguese television quite recently by two seasoned veterans of their Festival de Canção, neither of whom have, as yet, managed to win the ticket to represent their country at Eurovision itself. Singer, songwriter and actress Vanessa Silva has participated 3 times at the Festival de Canção, in 2007 as one half of a duo with Henrique Feist, making 3rd place, then as a soloist in 2008, and with another 3rd place in 2010 with a song called Alvarada. Vanessa has had a busy career in musical theatre, including portraying Judy Garland on stage. She's done a number of seasons as an entertainer with Royal Caribbean Cruises and appeared on numerous television shows, both as an actress in soap operas, as a resident singer, and as a participant or mentor in shows such as Your Face Sounds Familiar, which she actually won in 2012. Vanessa was joined for the cover of Amar Pelos Joyce by an artist that we've interviewed in the past here on Radio International, Rui Andrade. Rui is also an accomplished musical theatre artist and television actor in Portugal. His record in Portugal's Festival de Canção is consistent too. His 3 entries in 2011, 2012 and 2014 all took him to 3rd place. But he has performed at Eurovision. He was one of the backing singers on stage with Russia's Tolmachevi sisters in 2014 and performed as a backing vocalist for ISIL, Azerbaijan's singer, at the contest in Rui's hometown of Lisbon in 2018, where he also cooperated with the Belarus representative Alexander. So, from a recent show on Portuguese daytime television, here are Vanessa Silva and Rui Andrade with Amar Pelos Joyce.
Se dia alguém perguntar por mim, diz que vivi para te amar.
Antes de ti só existi, cansado e sem nada para dar.
Meu bem, ouve as minhas preces,
Peço que regresses, que me voltes a querer.
eu sei que não se ama sozinho.
Talvez devagarinho possas voltar a aprender.
Meu bem, ouve as minhas preces.
Peço que regresses, que me voltes a querer.
Eu sei que não se ama sozinho.
Talvez devagarinho possas voltar a aprender.
Se o teu coração não quiser ceder,
não sentir paixão, não quiser sofrer,
sem fazer planos do que virá depois,
o meu coração pode amar pelos dois.
Beautiful cover spot there. Thank you very much, David Mann. He'll be back in the next hour. As well as Tom Carr. And now we have Rosa coming up.
Speaking to the stars of Eurovision on Radio International with JP.
Wow, finally, now we get to air this interview which we did at the Eurovision Pre-Party 2019 in Madrid in Spain. Rosa Lopez, who we saw at the Eurovision Song Contest in 2002, when she was singing Europe's Living a Celebration. Let's go and have part one of the interview, and part two we're going to be doing in the next hour.
Welcome to Madrid in Spain at the Eurovision Pre-Party 2019. It's the morning of the actual event tonight we're going to have, and with us are some previous Spanish performers at the Eurovision Song Contest. With us now is a lady that was at the Eurovision Song Contest 2002 singing Europe is Leading a Celebration, and she's part of the lineup tonight, and we're looking forward to see Rosa there, and she's with us right now. Hello Rosa, how are you?
Fine. Bueno, I don't, my English very bad. Muy mal, eh?
That's why we have a translator. Alex behind the camera will translate for us. So,
perfecto.
Last time you were on television for Europe was in London at the 60th Eurovision event.
Wow, pues imagínate, fue una experiencia súper bonita, porque después de tantos años volver a retomar, que te llamen para celebrar el 60 aniversario, pude conocer a un montón de artistas de allí del Reino Unido. Maravilloso, hice buenos amigos. Pasa que mi problema de no hablar inglés me limita mucho, ¿no? Pero
she's saying that it was a great experience. She could meet many artists from United Kingdom and many others, but her problem is that her English is very limited, so she couldn't meet more people there. But it was a great experience, for sure.
Well, it's amazing that she was invited to this huge event, so that was really nice to have Spain being part of this 60th anniversary show.
Totalmente. Me siento una chica con mucha suerte, porque que quisieran contar conmigo en aquel momento. Para mí fue muy emocionante Eurovisión, pues para mí fue casi igual que el primer año de Eurovisión. Me estoy liando, pero feliz porque conocí, es que no me acuerdo de los nombres.
She's lucky because she went there in 2002 representing Spain, and then she was in that show, and she's happy. She feels happy, and again she's repeating that she's not happy, but she doesn't speak English, but anyway.
Fue una pasada poder representar canciones tan históricas como Eres tú. Me dieron la oportunidad de hacer La La La, que además fue aquí en España. La 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 fue la última vez que ganamos en Eurovisión, entonces era importante. Y bueno, y acabar ese medley con Europe's fue increíble. Vinieron mucha gente de España, se trasladaron para allá para apoyarme allí, o sea, seguidores de aquí, maravilloso, que fue mágico.
In this show, she could make some covers, for example, Spain's 1973, Eres tú by Mocedades. Also, she covered La 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 by Spain, 1968. It was one of our years because we won there, and she finished the show with a medley, including Eurovision Living a Celebration.
Tenemos también a Betty mi ciego, que está por aquí. Bueno, estaba Salomé, también hice un tema en ese medley de Salomé, de Se quede desde que llegaste, ¿cómo se llama, Leche?
In this program, she also covered Vivo Cantando by Salomé. We won there in 1969. She feels happy to be part of that program.
Rosa, you went to Eurovision in 2002, and what are your memories from these days? It's quite some years ago when you went to Eurovision stage. How did that feel for you?
Bueno, han pasado ya muchos años, pero recuerdo la emoción que había en España, la ilusión que España recuperó, porque pensábamos que íbamos a ganar. Yo solamente iba a intentar hacer lo mejor que pudiera, dar todo lo mejor de mí. Tenía también el apoyo emocional de 5 compañeros de la profesión: David Bisbal, Gisela, David Bustamante, Chenoa, ¿quién más me falta? Geno Machado. Y que junto a otros compañeros que salimos de un programa Operación Triunfo, es un parecido a American Idol, ¿no? En España. Ese año salí de ese programa y tuve la suerte de poder contar con ellos emocionalmente, y para mí fue un gran apoyo en aquel año.
She's happy to remember that year, because in that year the whole of Spain was supporting Rosa, and moreover 5 members of the Operación Triunfo, the talent show that she won, was supporting her. She mentioned the names of the members, and these are the memories that she has said.
Nice, thank you very much. It was Alexander Sanchez giving us a translation. Rosa Lopez, and the second part of the interview will be happening right after the break on top of the hour. This is Radio International, the final regular edition of the show in 2020, and next week we'll have the top 70 chart rundown of our most watched interviews. Which one is going to be topping? You're going to have to tune in to find out. 4 hours, it's 70 songs to squeeze in next week, so it's going to be quite a nice one on the show, and we're going to be back to normality on the first Wednesday of 2021. But now, Rosa Lopez now solo to Sonrisa on the way now, and then we'll be back in the next hour.
Cuando me cuesta entender este mundo de locos, cuando no acierto a coser tantos sueños ya rotos, cuando las noticias disparan lazos contra nuestra ilusión, no, cuando se nos va la esperanza y oscuro está el cielo. Llega tu sonrisa, gotas de alegría, me empapa de vida sin querer. Solo tu sonrisa es mi salvavidas, luz de cada amanecer. Llega tu sonrisa, besa mis heridas, me deja en la orilla y otra vez siento tu amor. Cuando me cuesta creer entre tantas mentiras, cuando no acierto ni a ver dónde está la salida, cuando se nos cierran las puertas sin darnos una explicación, cuando llega al fin la tormenta y estallan sirenas, llega tu sonrisa, gotas de alegría me llenan de vida sin querer. Solo tu sonrisa es mi salvavidas, luz de cada amanecer. Llega tu sonrisa, besa mis heridas, me deja en la orilla y otra vez creo en tu amor. Llega tu sonrisa, gotas de alegría me llenan vida sin querer. Solo tu sonrisa es mi salvavidas, luz de cada amanecer. Llega tu sonrisa, besa mis heridas, me deja en la orilla y otra vez siento tu amor.
This is Radio International, the ultimate Eurovision experience.
Hi, this is Angun.
I'm Roman from Germany. This is Jesse Matador from France. We are Salso Project.
And
Eurovision's greatest hits with JP.
Spain.
Hello, this is Rosa Lopez from Spain. You are listening to Radio International with JP, and this is my song, Europe's Living a Celebration. Enjoy.
Hi gang, welcome back to the second hour of the final regular edition of Radio International for 2020. Kicking us off with Rosa and Europe's Living a Celebration. She reached number 7 at the Eurovision Song Contest in 2002 and we had the pleasure to meet her in Madrid in 2019 as part of the Eurovision Pre-Party for Eurovision 2019. And let's have the second part of the interview in this hour, as well as David Mann coming up with a birthday fight and the cover spot, as well as half an hour with Tom Carr and the Eurovision Spotlight. And then we got Francesca Sant'Ambrogio taking a look at Eurovision in Italy, as well as Dermot Manning is closing out this week's show with an hour of Eurovision Spotlight XXL, when he'll be taking a look at the countries that debuted at the Eurovision Song Contest when the contest was held in Ireland. But now let's head back to Rosa.
Speaking to the stars of Eurovision on Radio International with JP.
Certainly, I remember Europe's Leading a Celebration because it really fits to the contest. Europe is happy when we get together.
Que fue hecha, además la canción es compuesta por Tony Chasqueten, que recuerdo que había 3 canciones para elegir. Elegimos al final esa porque era perfecta justo para eso, para gritar a los 4 vientos que Europa vive una celebración. O sea, y me acuerdo que todos los países, aunque yo no supiera hablar inglés, me acuerdo que todos los países, los representantes de todos los países, había mucha unión, venían a decir, no sé, no los conocía, no hablaba inglés y venían a felicitarme, a decirme que Rosa Lopez con el acento, y yo alucinaba, claro, yo para mí vivía como flotando.
All the countries were saying they didn't know personally her, but they said, they sang the song, and they say, Euro's Living a Celebration, they sang the song, and also she liked the city, the experience was great, so she's happy to still remember that year. And also she mentioned that in the national final there were 3 songs, but she thinks that this one fit perfectly the song contest, no?
Perfect, thank you so much. Now, after Eurovision, what happened with your career? How did you continue?
¡Wow! 18 años han pasado. aparte de las arrugas, han pasado pues 8 discos en el mercado, maravillosos, con sus altos y con sus bajos. Los bajos mágicos y los altos también, un balance de vida, de precioso, de aprendizaje, crecimiento personal y personal también. Ahora estoy preparando un nuevo trabajo, me estoy sumergiendo en un nuevo single con posibilidad de un nuevo disco y al final el balance pues 18 años lleno de, espero que con la gana de que ocurran más cosas, de que pasen otros 18 más y nos veamos otra vez. JP.
18 years since went to Eurovision for Spain, and in those 18 years he has released 8 albums. Not all of them have worked as good as she thought, but she's happy with all of them. Now she's preparing a new album, a new single is coming, so she's open to new experiences. And she also said that apart from those 8 albums, physically she thinks that she is older now.
Wow, come on, you look like a chicken, eh? You're still really young.
Bueno. Como te pongas a mirar en internet, en YouTube, la imagen es muy diferente, claro.
If you look at Rosa photos from 18 years old, physically she's different.
Por eso digo que el crecimiento ha sido personal y musical.
Her development is physically and personally, okay? In those 18 years.
Entré con 20 años en el programa, en el talent show, con 20 años, pero siempre digo aquí en España que entré con 13 de cabeza. Y aquí dije que no me depilaba ni las piernas, o sea, era como del hombre, del neandertal a la mujer. Entonces en estos 18 años es lo que he crecido.
Okay, she said that she entered the Operación Triunfo, the talent show. She was 20 years old, but mentally she was 13 years old. And now she's older, but she has developed her thoughts. She feels that he's more mature. He has more mature thoughts. So she thinks that he's living in a better way now.
Okay, she's living a celebration, her life basically. Rosa, nice to chat with you. Obvious question to all Eurovision performers that have been at Eurovision. Would you try to come back to Eurovision Song Contest for Spain?
¡Guau! ¡La pregunta! Sí, tendría que estar rodeado de... A mí me encantaría, ojalá me hubiera pillado con esta experiencia cuando fui hace 18 años. Otra Rosa hubiera cantado. Otro gallo hubiera cantado, se dice.
Of course, yes. But I wish in 2002 she was like this, mentally advanced and physically much better. But why not? Why not in the future? Why not representing Spain again?
That song that sticks to everybody's ears still from 2002. Europe's leading a celebration. Rosa, thank you so much for talking to us. Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias. Oye, ¿le puedo cantar un trocito? Europe's leading a celebration. Todos juntos vamos a cantar. Europe's leading a celebration. Es tu fiesta y no hay vuelta atrás. Celebration, celebration.
Wow! Well, that's amazing. The hotel is applauding and everybody was quiet. Muchas gracias and all the best of luck to you.
Thank you very much.
Digas adiós y
It's been a real joy meeting Rosa Lopez in 2019. Hope we're going to see her back again at some stage at an Eurovision event. Europe's Living a Celebration, number 7 for Spain in 2002. And the Muchas Gracias once again to Alexander for giving us the translation. Good job. Stay tuned. Birthdays next.
Radio International.
Oh, I love it.
Europe's number 1.
Yeah.
And it's now this week's birthdays. Here comes David Mann.
Eurovision birthday time now, and this week's list of artists who've been celebrating over the past week includes 2 Eurovision winners, as well as some artists who've appeared on a Eurovision stage on more than one occasion. But first, let's send birthday wishes for this week to Nemanja Koji, a member of the group Balkanica, who, with Sanja Ilic, represented Serbia in 2018. To 2 Belgian representatives, Lilian Saint-Pierre from 1987 and Sandy Burks, better known as Zandi, from 2014. To 2 of Spain's singers, Edurne Garcia Almagro, or just Edurne, and Elizabeth Rodegas Coles, or more simply Beth, from 2008. To 2 Portuguese Eurovision representatives, Carlos de Cano from 1976 and Rui Drummond, duet partner of Luciana Abreuas in 2B in 2005. To 2 Icelandic Eurovision performers, Regina Osk, who with Frederick Omar formed a Euroband for Iceland in 1991 and has also performed as a backing singer at Eurovision on a number of occasions, and to Clemens Niklausen Hannigan, or Clemens, a member of Hatari for Iceland in 2019. To 2 Austrian representatives at Eurovision, Natalia Kelly from 2013 and Anita Spanner from 1984, and to 2 of Australia's representatives at the Junior Eurovision Song Contest, JL Wenner from 2018 and Jordan Anthony from last year's contest in Gliwice in Poland. Another former junior Eurovision entrant has been celebrating this week too, Stefania Liberakakis. She was a member of Dutch girl group Kisses at the junior contest in 2016, and the young artist was chosen to represent Greece at the 2020 contest, but will now represent them in 2021 instead. And we'll hear her 2020 Eurovision entry, Supergirl, in a minute or 2. But first, let's send greetings to another Greek representative at the contest, Anna Vissi, who sang for Greece in 1980 and 2006, and also represented Cyprus in 1982. And it's birthday greetings this week to another Cyprus representative too, Lisa Andreas from 2004. Also blowing out the candles on their birthday cakes this week, greetings go to Frans Jepsen Val, or just Frans, from Sweden 2016, to Øystein Andersen, drummer from Wigwam for Norway in 2005, to Kerem Kabadiye from Move Otezi, Turkey's 2008 representatives, to Anja Koivisto, a member of Finland's group Koiviskleiset in 1971, to Bill van Dijk from the Netherlands 1982, and to Slovenia's Carmen Stevec from 2003. And finally, it's birthday greetings this week to 2 Eurovision winners, Ireland's 1996 victor Emer Quinn, and to one of Eurovision's co-hosts at the memorable 1991 contest in Italy, who'd represented her country in 1974 and won the contest 10 years before that in 1964. With her winning song from the Lost in the Archives contest, it's very happy birthday greetings this week to Gigliola Cinquetti.
Non ho l'età per amarti, non ho l'età per uscire sola con te, e non avrei nulla da dirti, perché
Lascia che io viva un amore romantico nell'attesa che venga quel giorno, ma ora no, non ho l'età, non ho l'età per amarti, non ho l'età per uscire sola con te, se tu vorrai, se tu vorrai aspettarmi, quel giorno avrai tutto il mio amore per te. Lascia che io viva un amore romantico nell'attesa che venga quel giorno, ma ora no, non ho l'età, non ho l'età per amarti, non ho l'età per uscire sola con te, se tu vorrai, se tu vorrai aspettarmi, quel giorno avrai tutto il mio amore per te.
Representing Greece.
Keep the phone booth, don't need a supercar, no x-ray vision to show them who we are. I got the power, climb up the tower, save all humanity on 0 hour. No, nothing can stop me, no, nobody can hold me down.
Stefania, so we have to shorten it a little bit, otherwise we're running out of time for Tom Carr to come on in our second part of this hour. And don't forget, in the third hour, it's Francesca Santaborgia joining me from Italy to talk about Eurovision. Italy at Eurovision, in fact, and then Dermot Manning, the fourth hour of the final edition of the Eurovision Spotlight XXL for 2020. Debut countries at the Eurovision Song Contest when the contest was staged in Ireland. But now, let's head over back one more time to London and Studio 3 with David Mann for the cover spot.
Radio International.
Oh, I love it.
Europe's number one.
Yeah.
And it's the final cover spot of 2020.
You're listening to the cover spot on Radio International.
Hello and welcome again to the Eurovision cover spot here on Radio International. For our final cover spot of 2020, we return once again to 2019's Dutch Eurovision winning song, Duncan Lawrence's Arcade. Having brought the Netherlands the victory in Tel Aviv in 2019 after a wait of 42 years since their previous win, Duncan now inadvertently sets another record as, with the cancellation of the 2020 contest, he becomes the first ever Eurovision artist to hold the winner's trophy for a complete calendar year, January to December. And by the time the next contest comes around, he'll be the first to have held the winner's trophy for 24 months instead of just the usual 12. So let's hear Duncan with his song once again, shall we? Here with the live acoustic version of Arcade in front of a studio audience on Dutch television.
I'm still fixing all the cracks. Lost a couple of pieces when I carried it home. I'm afraid of all I am. My mind feels like a foreign land. Silence ringing inside my head. Please carry me home. I've spent all of the love I said. We were always a losing game. Small town boy in a big arcade. I got addicted to a losing game. Giving us up didn't take a lot. I saw the end for it be gone. Still I carried on.
Duncan Lawrenson, 2019's Eurovision winning song for the Netherlands, which Duncan, under his real name of Duncan de Moore, co-wrote with Joel Scho, Wouter Hardy and Will Knox.
Ti cercherò in ogni strada che farò, in ogni bar, in ogni inverno di città. Imparerò da un vecchio addio a fare il mondo che vorrei. Non voglio non soffrire io, ma quel che sia per noi. Perdersi senza il tempo di dire sì, senza chiedersi che amore il tuo sarà. Dentro il cuore poi sciogliersi dentro
Let's prepare to see Claudia Faniello singing the Italian version of her 2017 Maltese Eurovision entry, Breathlessly, which unfortunately failed to qualify for the semi-finals of that year's contest in Kiev. We've remarked on the programme before that the Italian version, which Claudia dedicated to her Italian father, who now lives in America, has something of a different feel compared to the original English version, and might well have fared better had it been performed in Italian at the contest itself. Well, there's no question of doing better for Duncan Lawrence's Arcade, as it won the Eurovision trophy in 2019 anyway, but what about hearing that song in Italian? Fortunately, we have someone who can oblige in the shape of Israeli-born but now mainly Germany-based operatic tenor Asaf Kacholi. Having studied singing and performing arts at the Rubin Music Academy in Tel Aviv, Asaf has been based in Berlin since 2002. He's taken leading roles in many opera productions and performed and recorded operatic classics with leading orchestras, performing music from the great composers, as well as singing more modern pieces and giving recitals of songs from the German repertoire and those by Benjamin Britten. Since 2007, he's been a member of the German-based classical crossover ensemble Adoro, who've achieved 10 best-selling albums now in Germany and Austria, and Asaf Kacholi has released 3 solo albums on his own account too, including a Morea collection of mainly love songs from the Italian cinema and evergreen standards, and a more recent one called Symphony, which also includes some of Asaf's own takes on modern pop songs, including the title track, a cover of Clean Bandit and Zara Larsson's synth-pop hit, Symphony. But we'll stay Eurovision, and while the new album includes Asaf's cover of Arcade in English, the versatile performer also performs songs in French and Greek on the album, and he's also recorded his own Italian version of Arcade too. So with 2019's Dutch Eurovision winning song in Italian, here's Asaf Kacholi.
Cuore infranto nulla più, solo crepe dentro e tu mi lasciavi andar così, trattienimi, tienimi, tienimi ancor. Oramai non resta che mal di testa gemere, perché vedo ovunque te, trattienimi, tienimi, tienimi amor. Mi sono perso qualcosa di lei, perché voltandomi più non ci sei, forse eri soltanto un gioco perché temo di essere preso per te.
Wow, there you go. That's the final cover spot of 2020. We'll be seeing David again in a couple of weeks' time with a cover spot. He'll be there with a birthday file next week, though, on our final show of 2020, or the first show of 2021. But now it's time for Tom Carr with the Eurovision Spotlight coming up.
Eurovision Spotlight on Radio International. This week,
we got the master from the UK. Tom is with us. Tom Carr. Hello, Tom. How are you?
Hello, JP. I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Very good. It's so nice, the pre-Christmas period of time, isn't it? In a couple of weeks' time, we have Christmas. Isn't it shocking?
The year's gone so quickly, given all the circumstances. But yeah, I absolutely love Christmas. It's gone really quickly to get here. But yeah, happy Christmas to you. Happy Christmas to everyone listening.
Same to you. And we do the Eurovision Spotlight. We're doing the six-pack in this this quarter, and before we're heading into the national final season and reflect those in our next quarter. But we got a couple of more weeks left of the Eurovision Spotlight, the six-pack, and can you explain to me what, not only to me but also the listeners, what have you put in your six-pack?
Well, some of the other guys like Chris and I think it's Rosa come up with some quite original ideas. So Chris's ideas were to link of six. I couldn't come up with anything original, so I've literally gone for six of my favourite songs from across the Eurovision catalogue. So yeah, I mean, there's a variety of different songs here, but I've gone basically for six of my favourite songs because it's Christmas and why not? So, so it's just six of my favourite songs from across Europe. Yeah.
So it's a six-pack full of Eurovision hits. A six-pack?
Very much so. Yes.
a Christmas bag full of Eurovision hits. Okay. So what have you got as your number one?
Yes, our first song of the Christmas Eurovision six-pack comes from the 2008 runner-up and Armenia's best ever result in the Eurovision Song Contest, thanks to Sirusho and her short dress. Siranush Harutyunyan, I think, went from Eurovision spokesperson in 2007 to star act in 2008, making her an Armenian national treasure in the process. Her music career has lasted over 2 decades. She has 5 albums, the last of which, named Armat, being released in 2016. However, we all know her best from her fantastic song in 2008 in Belgrade. It is very catchy, and I remember for me personally, it really kick-started the 2008 Grand Final. It was 5th in the running order. It should have won, in my humble opinion, but first up, it's a really good tune. It's Armenia's Sirusho with Kele Kele.
Wow, and she's a really beautiful lady. When you interviewed her and met her a few times, and she came to the Netherlands in that year to go to some radio stations, and they asked me, do you want to come along to do the translation for them? So I did that, and they also Heiko, who sang for Armenia the year before in 2007, was also with her, and a really nice people. And Sirusho, she is married to the son of the former president of Armenia, in case you didn't know that. Now you do.
Okay.
Now you do. Let's go and have a listen to Kele Kele.
Armenia
2008.
Luis Arevi
What a piece of music and what a singer that is. It's Shirosho and Kele right here on Radio International. It's the Eurovision Spotlight. It's the golden six-pack. No, it's not the golden summer. It's the six-pack now. Armenia's entry from Shirosho back in 2008. And that song reached number 4 for Armenia. Shirosho.
So next up, we go back just a couple of years to 2018 in Lisbon and a surprise package in Austria's César Sampson, who won the jury vote at the Alcazar Arena. He ended up finishing third with 342 points with his song Nobody But You, where I think he was the highest person on earth at one point with his magnificent staging. Much to the annoyance of British fans, I think, this song was allegedly turned down by the BBC to be the UK's entry, but ended up in Austrian hands and it did quite well. César has an impressive Eurovision track record, having been involved in a couple of Bulgarian entries, namely Beautiful Mess that finished second for Christian Kostov, and also Bones by Equinox, who competed in the same contest in Lisbon. But his own entry, our second song, it's an anthem, it's Nobody But You by Austria's César Sampson.
Austria
2018.
Lord, I'm gonna get so hot tonight. I'm gonna let the floodgates open wide. I'm in open waters, this is what I need. Though I try to get you off of my mind, and I get no sleep, I'm in too deep, I can't let you leave. It wouldn't be right letting you go, running away from love. Ain't nobody but you I can hold on to. So am I wrong, giving my all, making you stay tonight? Ain't nobody but you I can hold on to. Hey, Lord, I'm gonna bring you back tonight. Yeah. Oh, you're running circles around my mind. After your words have been my Bible, how could I search for someone new? While I really want you by my side, and I get no sleep, I'm in too deep to let you leave. Wouldn't be right letting you go, running away from love. Ain't nobody but you I can hold on to. So am I wrong, giving my all, making you stay tonight? Ain't nobody but you I can hold on to. Don't make me tear my heart out, I'm shaking till I fall down. Don't make me tear my heart out, don't make me tear my heart out, I'm shaking till I fall down. Don't make me tear my heart out. Wouldn't be right letting you go, running away. Ain't nobody but you I can hold on to. So am I wrong, giving my all, making you stay tonight? Ain't nobody but you I can hold on to. Wouldn't be right letting you go, running away. Ain't nobody but you. Ain't nobody I can hold on to. Ain't nobody but you.
Ain't Nobody But You, actually Ain't Nobody But You by César Sampson. Got third place at the Eurovision Song Contest for Austria in 2018. What a result for Austria as well. And only 4 years before that, they won the Eurovision with the Conchita Wurst. Remember that? Rise Like a Phoenix. It's amazing. This is 6 years ago when Conchita won the Eurovision Song Contest. Fabulous stuff there. Over to Tom.
Yeah, really, really nice song there. It builds up really well towards such a big ending, like Conchita's, I guess. But yeah, really nice song there. But next up, we are shaking it up for our next entry and going back to 2007. Where Kenan Doğulu finished 4th in Helsinki after Lordi's success of the year before, of course. Doğulu has a total of 10 studio albums to his name, beginning in 1993 with his debut album Yaparim Bilirsin, all the way through to the present day with his latest effort Baby, which was released in 2018. Halfway through that sequence of albums, he became a household name in Eurovision circles. With this, get ready to shake, JP. It's Kenan Doğulu with Shake It Up, Sekerim.
Well, I'm going to give you a little bit of a help there. It's Kenan Doğulu. You don't say the...
sorry. That's my poor pronunciations again. I need to go on course, I think.
No, but how should we know that? I mean, this is impossible to know when you don't normally speak Turkish at all. So, but shake it up, shake a rim. Let's shake the sugar with Kenan Doğulu from Turkey back in
2007.
Wow, that's a bit of belly dance music there for you from Turkey. 2007 at the Eurovision Song Contest from the Hartwall Arena in Helsinki there in Finland. Kenan Doğulu represented Turkey at number 4. He reached after the voting in 2007 with Shake It Up, Shake a Rim. Shake the sugar, in other words. Tom is with us. We're doing a Eurovision six-pack now, before Christmas is hitting us. So what have you got as song number 4? And did you do the belly dance while the song was on?
Oh, I think it's a good thing it's a radio show. I don't think your listeners are ready for my dancing yet, JP. Yes. our next song comes from just across the way in Cyprus, and I remember having this song on repeat on my Spotify playlist for months after the contest in Stockholm, although it only finished 21st in the grand final in 2016. Minus One are a Cypriot rock band who started out producing covers in 2009, but it did start creating their own original music soon after, culminating with a coveted internal selection for the 2016 contest, led by Andreas Kapatas. I don't think my pronunciation is doing very well today. Their song Alter Ego came 8th in the semi-finals and 21st in the final, as I say, with 96 points. So perhaps not a Eurovision classic, but a song I still cannot stop listening to, even today. It comes under the category of hugely underappreciated. This is Cyprus's finest. It's Minus One with Alter Ego.
Cyprus
2016. We run out of the year jingles, you know, at 2010. We have to make some new ones there.
Waking up alone like a man that failed, trapped into the mist of a fairy tale, and you know I'm still inside. I knew it all along, but I couldn't tell. This kind of love will lock my heart in jail, and you know it's doing time. I'm caught in the middle of the dawn and the sunrise. Life is a miracle, I saw it in your eyes. Under a spotlight, I howl in the moonlight, howling for you. Take it on, and get me through the night. Take it on until the morning light. Take it on, and get me through the night. Take it on. I heard it all before, people always say time can take the sorrow and the pain away, and you know this love will never die. I'm caught in the middle of the dawn and the sunrise. Life is a miracle, I saw it in your eyes. Under a spotlight, I howl in the moonlight, howling for you. Caught in the middle of the dawn and the sunrise. Life is a miracle, I saw it in your eyes. Under a spotlight, I howl in the moonlight, howling for you. Take it on, and get me through the night. Take it on until the morning light. Take it on, and get me through the night. Take it on. Across the oceans, fly on the skyline, drive any road that bring me by your side. Take it on, and get me through the night. Take it on until the morning light. Take it on, and get me through the night. Take it on. You're caught in the middle of the dawn and the sunrise. Life is a miracle, I saw it in your eyes.
Representing Cyprus at the Eurovision Song Contest in 2016, ending up at number 21 in the grand final, which is already a good result to get into the grand final there. For Cyprus, Minus One, and that was Alter Ego as part of the Eurovision six-pack of Tom Carr. Do you have a six-pack actually, Tom?
Oh, I wish. I've got a six-pack of beer in the fridge. How's that? That's close enough.
And 6 packs of crisps as well, I guess.
Oh, yes. Multiple.
Righty, so that's a good choice actually. I did like that Minus One as well. So powerful at Eurovision as well. Now,
yeah, I love that song. It's underappreciated. I think. I hoped it would have done better on the night, but hey ho.
As I said, it's already good to be in the final these days.
It is indeed, yes, yeah.
So let's go for song number 5.
Yes, our penultimate song comes from the same contest and ruled by many as the travesty of the 2010s, as this somehow didn't qualify from the semi-finals. Iceland's Greta Salome, or Greta Salome Stefansdóttir to give her full name, has appeared at Eurovision twice. The first of which was in a duet with Jonsi, who is another Icelandic Eurovision stalwart, finishing 20th in 2012. However, many thought her second effort was a favourite to win, or at least do well, so there were audible gasps Europe-wide when Iceland was not announced as a finalist on the Tuesday night, finishing 14th in the first semi-final with 51 points. I still maintain this is one of the better songs from the decade. She's also a lot of fun and incredibly down-to-earth. I had a good chat with her backstage at the London preview show in Leicester Square that year, so I was disappointed when she didn't make it through. She was super nice. She even bought me a drink. However, the song lives on. This is our penultimate song of the Eurovision six-pack from Iceland. It's Hear Them Calling by the wonderful Greta Salome.
Iceland
2016.
Can you hear them calling? Oh, they're calling out tonight. Now the skies are burning. Oh, they burn so bright. We shiver as we step into the cold, cold night. Then we're running, we are running now. I hear them calling me. I hear them whispering. They're singing. Cold, cold night. Then we're running, we are running now. I hear them calling me. I hear them whispering. They're singing now. We coming home. I hear them calling me. I hear them howling, singing now. We coming home. I hear them calling me. Oh, 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 can you hear them? I hear them calling me. Oh, 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 I hear them calling me. I hear them whispering. I hear them calling me. We're coming home. I hear them calling me. I hear them whispering. I hear them calling me. Now we're coming home. Calling me, I hear them whispering. I hear them calling me, I hear them whispering. They're singing now, we're coming home. Singing now, we're coming home.
What a piece of music. Actually, I was in that national final in Reykjavik when it came to you from there in it was in 2016, I should say. And there was Greta Salome winning it, and Hear Them Calling did not qualify for the grand final of the Eurovision Song Contest, and I do not know why. It only ended up at number 14, and only the top 10 go into the grand final, which is it's a shame, isn't it, Tom?
Oh, I couldn't believe it when I heard. I think one of my friends was inconsolable when he heard. But yeah, it's such a great song. It's such almost a guarantee to get through to the final. And when it didn't, I think we were all very surprised because it's such a great piece of music. Well,
I must say, Iceland has always got good songs. I really think that they're doing great production values, and it's just not always possible to get all the songs, all the countries in the grand final. So there have to be some countries be filtered out, and then they come back in another year. maybe with a less better song. That could also
maybe
be.
sometimes, yeah. It would be a very long show if we had 43 songs, wouldn't it?
Indeed.
Very long show. But yeah, it's a shame. But we still have memories and the music to listen to, which I really do like that song.
Well, the final song on the way, and this for you is also, I think, the final song of the 2020. Or Shuggy Shuggy, as they say in Sweden.
Yes, indeed, yeah. Yes, one of Eurovision's more famous entries for our last song, as Ruslana became Ukraine's first ever winner, although it was only the Ukraine's second ever entry, so I guess someone had to. The song has the distinction of becoming the first ever song to be sung at least partly in a language other than English since the rule change of '99. The energetic performance is one that will live long in the memory of Eurovision fans everywhere. The song was co-written with her husband, I'll hopefully get this right, Alexander Sanchez. It was Ruslana who got all the plaudits, being awarded with a vast array of awards for winning the contest, including a seat in the Ukrainian parliament, along with an International Woman of Courage award in 2013 and being named as one of the most influential women by Forbes magazine. So quite the highlights reel of awards there for Ruslana. Our final song of the night, I hope you've got your hunting horns at the ready. Just maybe I'm crazy. It's Ruslana with Wild Dances.
Wow. And you make Sadie Trent very happy, our interview girl that's interviewing the artist with me. She is just so fond of Ruslana's Wild Dances, and she keeps on requesting that song as well. Now, that's for Sadie, but thank you very much, Tom, for coming on to do the Eurovision Spotlight for today. And this year, actually, it's the not the golden summer, that's over. It's a Eurovision six-pack, isn't it? And next time we chat, I think it's going to be the national final 2021.
Indeed. Thank you very much for having me. Happy Christmas, everybody.
Happy Christmas to you, my friend. Bye-bye.
Eurovision's greatest hits.
Every year you think it can't get any worse.
With JP.
And every year you're wrong.
Ukraine
2004.
Wanna be loved. I'm not gonna take my wild chance. Freedom ever. I'm wild dancing. Hey,
Radio International, the ultimate Eurovision experience.
Hello, this is Linda Woodruff, the official spokesperson for the Eurovision Broadcasting Union, the EBU. You're listening to Radio International with JP. It's amazing.
You're listening to Radio International with JP. Spain.
From Spain. You're listening to Radio International with JP, and this is my song. Say yeah, yeah, yeah. Enjoy it. Come on and raise your bar to cry. You are the one who never dies. Hooray, sing it la 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 la. Go on, sing it la 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 la. You keep on climbing over hills. Right now you're following your dreams. Hooray, sing it la 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 la.
From Spain, you're listening to Radio International with JP, and this is my song La Venda. Enjoy. La venda ya cayó. Solo quedó la alegría. La venda ya cayó. Radio International.
The Eurovision Spotlight on Radio International. This week...
Now, for the very first time, we are joining Bella Italia for our Eurovision Spotlight. And welcome back, by the way, to our next hour. And it is going to be an hour of Italian music to the Eurovision Song Contest. And with us is coming from Milan, Bella Italia, Francesca Santambrogio. Hello, how are you, Francesca?
Hello, JP.
How are you doing?
Thanks for having me.
Oh, big pleasure. And, well, yes, so I really am grateful for you that you reached out to us and came up with the idea of presenting to us 10 great entries of Italy to the Eurovision Song Contest. So how long have you been a fan to the Eurovision Song Contest? Because Italy was out for quite some time.
Yeah, exactly. I first watched my first Eurovision Song Contest in 2011, but I consider myself as a Euro fan since I think 2017, when I started getting more involved in all the Eurovision was and how it works, how semi-finals and grand finals works, and I started keeping up to date with all the news on the YouTube channel and on the website and social media and something like that. But yeah, I've been watching Eurovision since 2011, basically, when Italy made its great comeback. Because before I didn't know. Yeah. I didn't even know what Eurovision was before.
Well, yes.
As I was born in 1996, so, you know.
Yeah. So, yes, indeed, you're still very young, and then there was a big gap. Jalisse was the last for quite some time in 1997, and then in 2011, Rafael Guarlazzi returned and directly up to that number 2 position in Düsseldorf in Germany at the Eurovision Song Contest. Back then, that was won by Azerbaijan's Elle and Nikki and Running Scared. But, well, let's start off with the first song, and we can chat a little bit more in between this hour of your fandom, basically, of Eurovision. But so you picked 10 songs. What were the criteria for you to select those songs?
Basically my musical taste, because I don't know many of the songs of the decade of the previous decades, from the 50s to the 90s. And my Eurovision memories are almost related to this decade, so I decided to choose the songs I like the most in the previous years, and also the songs I like the most in this decade, of course.
Wow.
So this was basically.
You're probably going to be having a laugh when I try to pronounce some of those Italian names and titles of songs, because I leave that mainly up to you to say the artist and the song titles, because you're much better than me on that. And so, shall we start off with the first song that you have selected?
Yeah, okay, of course. Let's go with my first song is actually Nel blu dipinto di blu, also known as Volare by Domenico Modugno, which came third, I guess it was third, correct me if I'm wrong, in 1958. I chose this song because, of course, it's a symbol of Italy in the world. It's a really national anthem or something like that. It's the most famous Italian song in the world, and it's one of the most covered Italian songs. Let's think, for example, of the version by Dean Martin and also the popular version by Gypsy Kings, for example, among many, many others. This is a song, I mean, the meaning of this song is not very clear, but basically they said that it was about a dream that Franco Migliacci, who was the author of this song, had about flying in a blue sky and becoming as blue as the sky, I mean, and becoming as the same color of the sky. And it was the first song in Sanremo Festival. With Domenico Modugno did make a really revolution, because he was the first singer to put simple words in a song, like, for example, volare, which means to fly, cantare, which means to sing, or blue sky, eyes, and things like that. Very, very simple words. And this song is so important that I found it in a book I had to study for my university, for one of my university exams. Because as I'm studying translation, I also have to know something about the development of Italian language, you know? And I found out an entire paragraph on a book I had to study about this song. And basically, it says that, actually, as I said before, it is the first song using simple words. And Domenico Modugno also in Sanremo Festival was the first singer who didn't just stand still with their hands
microphone
over his art, like many singers did. But he opened up his arms during the chorus as like making the gesture of flying.
Shall we have a listen?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, let's go listen to it.
Okay, it's a world famous theme, of course, Volare nel blu dipinto di blu by Domenico Modugno, that came third in 1958 for Italy at the Eurovision Song Contest. I'm sure that many people don't actually know that this was a Eurovision entry from Italy. Let's now have it.
1958.
Italy.
Di blu, felice di stare lassù, e volavo, volavo felice più in alto del sole ed ancora più su, mentre il mondo pian piano spariva lontano laggiù. Una musica dolce suonava soltanto per me. Dipinto di blu, felice di stare lassù. Nel blu, dipinto di blu, felice di stare lassù, e volavo, volavo felice più in alto del sole ed ancora più su, mentre il mondo pian piano spariva lontano laggiù. Una musica dolce suonava soltanto per me. Volare,
stare lassù, nel blu dipinto di blu, felice di stare lassù.
Beautiful piece of music, and it's an earworm, and everybody on the world knows that piece of music, even if you were born way after that song was at the Eurovision Song Contest. It was 1958, Italy's entry at number 3 by Domenico Modugno, Nel blu dipinto di blu. With us is Francesca Sant'Ambrogio from Milan in Italy. She picked those songs in this hour on our Eurovision Spotlight XXL. Francesca, how does it feel to be on the radio, actually? Have you ever done radio before?
No, never. As far as I remember.
So how does it feel? How does it feel to be doing that?
Well, honestly, I'm feeling a bit nervous, but also excited at the same time.
Yeah, don't be nervous. We're doing it as fans, for fans, so there's no need to be nervous, and it's all a good fun to have it. Now let's come up to the next song, shall we?
Okay, of course. So my next song is Italian first victory in Eurovision Song Contest, which is Non ho l'età per amarti by Gigliola Cinquetti, performed in 1964. Yeah, it was 1964 in Copenhagen, if I remember well. This song is about actually the title means I'm not old enough to love you. And the meaning is that young women at that time couldn't love freely someone because they were expected to fit into the gender role, and they were expected to be pure and innocent. Actually, Gigliola Cinquetti, when she won Sanremo Festival and the Eurovision Song Contest, was only 16 at that time. The curious fact is that she didn't want to sing this song because she didn't like the message it conveys. I mean, this message that young women should be older to love someone, and she didn't like it because she was feeling the coming sexual revolution, which actually came in 1968, 4 years later. She, like many other young women, but despite that, she decided to sing it, and luckily, because she became an international pop star with this song. And of course, the lyrics sound old nowadays, but despite that, I still think it's a good song, and I'm happy she became famous with this one. So
let's go and have a listen to this, and I would like to add to this actually that in that song actually has a number of versions in different languages. She released the song, the version in French. It's called Je suis à toi. Then there is the German version called Luna del Blue. The Spanish version is No Tango Edad, and then also there is a version in English called This Is My Prayer, and the Japanese version as well. I didn't know that she did so many versions there. I have them all here on the player. That's why I was amazed to see that. And she released a new version in 1990, 1993, and in 1999. But I think we should have the one that took her to victory in 1964. Shall we have it? Or you want to add anything to it? Let's have it.
Oh yeah, it's
Italy.
Another curious fact is that she came back to Eurovision 10 years later with the song "Si," which means yes, which is actually about saying yes, saying I do to a marriage proposal, because maybe 10 years later she was old enough to love someone. This is funny, I think.
Alrighty, let's go and listen to it.
Italy.
1964.
Non ho l'età per amarti, non ho l'età per uscire sola con te, e non avrei nulla da dirti, perché tu sai Lascia che io viva un amore romantico nell'attesa che venga quel giorno, ma ora no, non ho l'età, non ho l'età per amarti, non ho l'età per uscire sola con te, se tu vorrai, se tu vorrai aspettarmi, quel giorno avrai tutto il mio amore per te. Lascia che io viva un amore romantico nell'attesa che venga quel giorno, ma ora no, non ho l'età, non ho l'età per amarti, non ho l'età per uscire sola con te, se tu vorrai, se tu vorrai aspettarmi, quel giorno avrai tutto il mio amore per te.
Just a beautiful piece of music. It's the winning song, the first victory at the Eurovision Song Contest of 1964 from the Tivoli Gardens in Copenhagen. It was Gigliola Cinquetti and No Holeta, and with us is Francesca Santaborgio from Milan in Italy. She picked those songs, and it's an hour of Italian greatness here, I tell you. And now we're going to take you to 1970. Francesca, what have you picked from 1970 there?
I picked Occhi di ragazza by Gianni Morandi. This is one of my favorite songs of that decade, of course, because we also had, for example, Albano and Romina in the 70s who did our first song in Italian and English. But I chose Occhi di ragazza because it's still a great success in Italy. Gianni Morandi is still a successful pop star. He is still active in music, in his musical career. That we in Italy call him the Eternal Boy. One for his athletic build, because he's also a runner rather than a runner, apart from being a singer. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and also because his music always sounded fresh during the years. Well, this song actually is a love ballad where he talks direct to her lover's eyes, which are like a metaphor of the sky or of the ocean, because they are blue like an ocean or sky. And he describes his relationship with her girlfriend. And he's happy about it, but he's also aware that if he makes her suffer, her eyes will give him tears as their last gift. So it's a bittersweet ballad, but still I like it.
So let's go and have a listen to this. It's taking us back to
1970.
Italy.
Occhi di ragazza, quanti cieli, quanti mari che m'aspettano. Occhi di ragazza, se vi guardo vedo i sogni che farò. Partiremo insieme per un viaggio, per città che non conosco. bocca non dirà. Quando ti risvegli la mattina, tutto il sole nei tuoi occhi. Quando si fa notte, nella notte dei tuoi occhi c'è una luce che mi porta fino a te. Un giorno in loro scoprirò quello che tu nasconderai. Occhi di ragazza, questo viaggio prima o poi sarà finito. Una spiaggia vuota senza mare, io dovrò vedere in voi. Occhi di ragazza, quanto male vi farete perdonare. L'acqua di una lacrima d'addio sarà l'ultimo regalo che da voi riceverò. L'acqua di una lacrima d'addio sarà l'ultimo regalo che da voi riceverò.
Well, that song has just given me goosebumps, and it's Gianni Morandi there, Occhi di Ragazza, number 8 in 1970, representing Bella Italia, of course. Francesca, what a good choice of a piece of music there on the show. Great stuff. Thank you so much for that one. And I've got a new favorite song from Italy now. Really nice. So, song number 4 on the way. What have you got for us?
I've got Gente di Mare by Umberto Tozzi and Raf in 1987. Well, the song is one of my most, it's one of my favorite entries in all Eurovision Italian story, I think. Mm-hmm. And this is one of my favorite songs in Italian music too. Well, the title means People of the Sea, and the song talks about the contrast between the static life of the people of the cities and the freedom of the people of the sea. But Tozzi and Raf said in an interview that the meaning is more wide. I mean, all people who love traveling are people of the sea, because the sea means discovering new words and new culture and traveling. So this is basically the meaning of the song. A curious fact about this song is that it was the first song sung in Italian by Raf, because before then he used to sing in English and he used to record dance pop music in English, and it was the first Italian song for him. And since then, Umberto Tozzi and Raf became really close friends since their collaboration. And last year, they recorded an album together, and they went on tour in Italy together. And they were also invited at Sanremo Festival 2019 to perform as guest stars. And they said that the meaning of this song is still relevant today because of the issue of the immigrants crossing the Mediterranean Sea, which is an issue that in Italy we really feel. And so I like the song also for this reason. So shall we...
You just broke up a little bit. Can you just repeat the last sentence, please? That was lost a bit.
Okay. No, I said that Raf and Umberto Tozzi were invited to perform as guest stars in Sanremo Festival last year, and they said that the meaning of this song is still relevant today because of the issue of the immigrants crossing the Mediterranean Sea, which is a tough problem we have in Italy, and this is something we feel, we really feel. So I like the song also for this reason, because it's still relevant today.
Okay, let's go and have this one.
1987.
Italy.
Noi che siamo gente di pianura, navigatori esperti di città, il mare ci fa sempre un po' paura, per quell'idea di troppa libertà. Eppure abbiamo il sale nei capelli, del mare abbiamo le profondità, e donne freddolite negli scialli che aspettano che cosa non si sa. Gente di mare che se ne va dove gli pare, dove non sa. Gente che muore di nostalgia, ma quando torna dopo un giorno muore per la voglia di andare via. Gente di mare, quando ci fermiamo sulla riva, gente che va, guarda l'orizzonte se ne va. Gente di mare, portandoci pensieri alla deriva, per quell'idea di troppa libertà. Gente di mare che se ne va dove gli pare, dove non sa. Gente con Sara che non c'è più, porta nel cuore questo grande fratello blu. Al di là del mare c'è qualcuno che non sa niente di te. Gente di mare che se ne va pare, ma dove non sa. Noi prigionieri di queste città viviamo sempre di oggi e di ieri, inchiodati dalla realtà, e la gente di mare di mare che se ne va, dove gli pare, ma dove non sa. Noi prigionieri di queste grandi città viviamo sempre di oggi e di ieri, inchiodati dalla realtà, e la gente di mare va.
Umberto Tozzi, Raf and Gente di Mare, the people from the sea, and that hit number 3 at the Eurovision Song Contest in 1987. And both artists actually released that song in their own right as well, so the solo performances there. And Raf also, he was the man behind a massive smash called Self-Control in, I think it was 1984, and that then also became a number 1 for Laura Branigan all around the world. They're a fantastic piece of music as well. With us is Francesca Sant'Ambrogio from Milan, Italy. In this hour, it's full of Italian goodies here, and you hear in the background a theme tune from the Orchestra del Festival di Sanremo. It was Maria Theresia from 1998. Do you actually follow the Sanremo Song Festival as much as you follow the Eurovision Song Contest, Francesca?
Oh yeah, I do. Well, I remember my first Sanremo festival was actually. Well, I used to watch it also before, but I mean, if it was on, I watch it. But I followed since 2010, I think, and I listened to all of the songs, and I still don't watch it at all because I don't watch it always because it's lasts really long. But but yeah, I always keep up to date with the songs and everything.
Super. Song number 5 on the way now. We got 25 minutes left, so we have to hurry up a little bit. So let us know what you have found for song number 5. What is your song there?
Oh, song number 5 is our second victory and our actually last victory. Toto Cutugno with the song Insieme 1992, or if you prefer 1992. Well, this is a song about the European dream, because in 1992 refers to the year when Maastricht Treaty was signed, also known as a Treaty on the European Union. And this song is more famous abroad rather than in Italy, because in Italy it was criticized for being too rhetorical. I mean, the lyrics were just too rhetorical, but still I think the message is it's really good, so that's why I chose to pick up this song.
Okay, and here it comes.
1990.
Io e te, sotto lo stesso sogno, insieme. Unite, unite, Europe. E per te, donna senza frontiere. Stesse bandiere, io e te, sotto lo stesso cielo, insieme. Unite, unite, Europe. Sempre più liberi, no, non è più un sogno, non sei più da solo, sempre più in alto noi, dammi una mano che prendiamo il volo, l'Europa non è lontana, c'è una canzone italiana per voi, insieme, unite, unite, Europe. Noi nel cielo 1000 violini, per noi amori senza confini, io e te sotto gli stessi ideali, sempre più liberi, no, non è più un sogno e noi non siamo più soli, sempre più uniti noi, dammi una mano e vedrai che voli,
It's Toto Cotugno. What a good singer he is, but a miserable presenter, I must say. Toto Cotugno there, Insieme, 1992, the winning song for Bella Italia in 1990.
Radio International for all the fans of the Eurovision Song Contest.
Eurovision's greatest hits.
Every year you think it can't get any worse.
With JP.
And every year you're wrong.
Francesca is with us from Milan and she picked the songs, and what a good list she did. Let's come up to the next piece of music. Song number 6, please.
Okay, so let's fly over to 2011 when Italy made its great comeback with Rafael Gualazzi and his bilingual song Follia d'amore, Madness of Love. This is a song about the two most important ingredients for a perfect life, which are actually madness and love. And because we have to be a bit mad to love someone, and when we love someone, we automatically become a bit mad, as we would do everything for our beloved ones. I particularly like this song because I suddenly fell in love with it since the first time I listened to it. I listened to the Italian version, and I like the mixture of pop, jazz, swing, and Italian singing style it has. Rafael Gualazzi was more famous across the Atlantic Ocean because of his jazz influences, but I'm really happy that since 2011 he became a national pop star also in Italy.
Great, super. Let's go and have the song Madness of Love, and the Italian version is, how you say
Follia d'amore.
Number 2 in 2011.
Italy.
So più chi sei, non mi importa chi sei. I know for certain I won't bother you with nostalgia. Ma vedrai un altro me in un sogno fragile. Riderai come se non ti avessi amato mai. Cercherai un altro me oltre l'ombra di un caffè. Troverai solo me. Se mi fermo un attimo io non so più chi sei. Qui si vive così, day by day, night by night. But someone hit me and I fell into your heart, my dear. And you fly over lands where your eyes can find the end. Up on mountains, down lanes. Being so far away from you just makes me feel so dead.
Rafael Gualazzi and Follia d'amore, Madness of Love, number 2 for Italy at the Eurovision Song Contest 2011. And with us is Francesca from Milan, and she picked the music of this hour. Let us know what you have picked next.
Okay, next song is L'Essenziale by Marco Mengoni, 2013. L'Essenziale is a song, actually it means the essential, and this is a song about get rid of complications in life and stick to the people we truly love. This is an anthem, and this is a milestone in Marco Mengoni's career, because he actually became a super pop star since the year he won Sanremo. And it has nothing to do with Eurovision, but it's something I really want to say, that nowadays Marco Mengoni is the ambassador of the campaign Zero Plastics of National Geographic in Italy. And I think this is an important issue, and last year I went to Marco Mengoni's concert and they were selling aluminium water bottles, so I bought one, and I suggest you all to say, but not a Marco Mengoni's bottle, but whatever. But I think this is a message I should have to say. But yeah.
Let's have. Are you still there? Hello. Can you repeat the last sentence, please? That didn't come through. Or was it the end?
No.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying that this message I really should have to say.
Okay, then let's go and have.
But yeah, you can listen to
Italy.
The song.
Se il gioco si fa duro è da giocare, beati loro poi, se scambiano le offese con il bene. Succede anche a noi di far la guerra e ambire poi alla pace, e nel silenzio mio annullo ogni tuo singolo dolore per apprezzare quello che non ho saputo scegliere. E mentre il mondo cade a pezzi, io compongo nuovi spazi e desideri appartengono anche a te, che da sempre sei per me l'essenziale. Non accetterò un altro errore di valutazione, l'amore in grado di celarsi dietro amabili parole che ho pronunciato prima che fossero poche stupide. E mentre il mondo cade a pezzi, io compongo nuovi spazi e desideri che appartengono anche a te. Mentre il mondo cade a pezzi, mi allontano dagli eccessi e dalle cattive abitudini, tornerò all'origine, torno a te che sei per me l'essenziale. L'amore non segue le logiche, ti toglie il respiro e la sete. Mentre il mondo cade a pezzi, mi allontano dagli eccessi e dalle cattive abitudini, e tornerò all'origine, e torno a te che sei per me l'essenziale.
Marco Mengoni there, L'Essenziale, what a good choice as well from the 2013 Eurovision Song Contest, and that reached number 7 there in the grand final. And of course we know that Italy since 2011 has been part of the big five of the Eurovision Song Contest, though doesn't need to go through a semi-final. And Francesca, what's your thoughts about not having got to go through the semi-final for Italy? Hello?
Well, more opportunities for us, I think. But
It's a bigger chance,
Well-
I guess. No, that's why.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I think that maybe some countries would consider it as unfair. But well, actually, I don't know. It may be actually.
Okay. So next song, what is on the list of yours?
Okay, next song is Occidentali Scarma by Francesco Gabbani from 2017. This is a song about, actually this is a ironical critique towards the attitude of Western people to westernize Eastern cultures and, for example, Indian religions and something like that. And also the genitive Saxon in the title is still a further critique on the fashion of anglicized Italian language. It is the protagonist of one of my most emotional moments in my Eurovision story as a Eurovision watcher. And I saw all the arena singing together Namaste Ale. I was really crying with joy for that. And I could vote actually for Francesco Gabbani in 2017 because I was living in Spain. I was doing my Erasmus in Spain and I had a Spanish phone number. So actually I could vote for him.
I thought he would actually win the Eurovision Song Contest. Like many people did think that, and then all of a sudden Salvador Sobal snatched the victory away from him.
Yeah, exactly.
Shall we have a listen to this fantastic entry from Italy in 2017? It reached number 6. Did you have anything to add to the song?
No. We should listen to it.
Hello, this is Francesco Gabbani from Italy and you're listening to Radio International with JP. This is my song, Occidentali Scarma. Enjoy it.
Essere o dover essere, il dubbio amletico, contemporaneo come l'uomo del Neolitico, l'intelligenza è demode, risposte facili, dilemmi inutili. Cercasi, storie dal gran finale, sperasi, comunque vada Pantarei, and singing in the rain, lezioni di Nirvana, c'è Buddha in fila indiana, per tutti un'ora d'aria di gloria, la folla grida un mantra, l'evoluzione inciampa, la scimmia nuda balla, occidentali scarma. Occidentali scarma, la scimmia nuda balla. Occidentali scarma, cercasi, umanità virtuale, sex appeal, comunque vada Pantarei, and singing in the rain, lezioni di Nirvana, c'è Buddha in fila indiana, per tutti un'ora d'aria di gloria, la folla grida un mantra, l'evoluzione inciampa, la scimmia nuda balla, occidentali scarma, occidentali scarma, la scimmia nuda balla, occidentali scarma. Quando la vita si distrae, cadono gli uomini, occidentali scarma. Occidentali scarma, la scimmia si rialza. Namaste, Ale. Lezioni di Nirvana, c'è Buddha in fila indiana, per tutti un'ora d'aria di gloria, la folla grida un mantra, l'evoluzione inciampa, la scimmia nuda balla, occidentali scarma, occidentali scarma,
Francesco Gabbani, and we got a Francesca with us. But Francesco Gabbani, Occidentalis Karma, hit number 6 at the Eurovision Song Contest in 2017 for Italy. Francesca, we got 5 minutes left. Maybe try to squeeze in 2 songs. Shall we do that?
Okay, let's try.
Okay, let us see what have you picked for our next song.
Our next song is Non mi avete fatto niente by Ermal Meta and Fabrizio Moro. 2018.
Okay, no problem. So, you want to say anything about the song?
Oh, well, this is a song of hope, and it's a message of hope because it was written after the Manchester bombing at the Ariana Grande's concert. And it talks about the terrorism, and this is a message of hope against the terrorism. I'm here actually with my friend who is a Fabrizio Moro fan, and she is actually supporting me during this program.
Oh, nice.
And we went to see Fabrizio Moro together live last year, so it was a really nice experience.
Excellent. Give a shout out to your friend. Who is your friend?
Sorry?
Who is your friend, so we can mention the name?
Benedetta.
Benedetta, hello, nice to meet you, and all the best. Enjoy the great music of the Eurovision Song Contest. Let's go and play the piece of Ermal Meta and Fabrizio Moro, Non mi avete fatto niente, number 5 in 2018.
Che sperano in qualcosa, braccia senza mani, facce senza nomi, scambiamoci la pelle, in fondo siamo umani, perché la nostra vita non è un punto di vista e non esiste bomba pacifista. Non mi avete fatto niente, non mi avete tolto niente, questa è la mia vita che va avanti, oltre tutto, oltre la gente. Non mi avete fatto niente, non avete avuto niente, perché tutto va oltre le vostre inutili guerre. Grattacieli, le metropolitane, i muri di contrasto alzati per il pane, ma contro ogni terrore che ostacola il cammino, il mondo si rialza col sorriso di un bambino. Col sorriso di un bambino. Col sorriso di un bambino.
Well, great piece of music. It's almost the end of this hour. Thank you very much for joining us, Francesca, and of course anybody else out there on the Radio Land. And you picked fantastic songs. Ermal Meta, number 5 in 2018, together with Fabrizio Moro, Non mi avete fatto niente for Italy. And the final song in this hour, it goes to you, Francesca. Tell us what you picked there for that one.
Okay, our final song is Soldi by Mahmood. Which was performed in 2019. Well, this is this is my second most emotional moment when in the Eurovision story, when all the people clapped their hands together after the Soldi chorus. It was really nice. I thought we were about to win, actually.
Nice. Yeah, number 2 again for Italy, and that's Mahmood coming up and Soldi, and that was the 2019 entry from Italy. Francesca, thank you very much for coming on, and hope you enjoyed it as much as we did, listening to the songs, of course, for me playing and chatting with you as well. Did you enjoy?
Thank you.
You're most welcome.
Yeah.
And I know you have added a couple of more songs to your list, but we're going to put them on to the normal weekly editions of Radio International, so you're going to hear them as well. And that's Alice e Franco Battiato, I treni di Tosur, which I think is one of the great songs, as well as Jalisse with Fiumi di Parole, of course. We played that many, many times, and looking forward to listen to that again. All the best, and stay safe.
Thank you.
Bye.
Adesso come va? Ciò che devi dire non l'hai detto, tradire una pallottola nel petto. Prendi tutta la tua carità, menti a casa ma lo sai che lo sa. Su una sedia lei mi chiederà, mi chiede come va. Penso più veloce per capire se domani tu mi fregherai. Non ho tempo per chiarire perché solo ora so cosa sei. È difficile secondo che tu da me volevi solo soldi, soldi, come se avessi avuto soldi, soldi. Prima mi parlavi fino a tardi, tardi. Mi chiedevi come va, come va, come va. Adesso come va, come va, come va. Waladi, habibi ta'alena. Mi dicevi giocando, giocando con aria fiera. Waladi, habibi sembrava vera. La voglia di tornare come prima. Io da te non ho voluto soldi. È difficile stare al mondo quando perdi l'orgoglio. Lasci casa in un giorno. Tu dimmi se volevi solo soldi, soldi, come se avessi avuto soldi, soldi. Lasci la città ma nessuno lo sa. Ieri qua, ora dove sei papà? Mi chiedi come va, come va, come va. Sai già come va, come va.
You are listening to Europe's #1 Eurovision Radio, Radio International with JP. This is Radio International, the ultimate Eurovision experience.
Radio International.
Hello, this is Farid from Azerbaijan. You are listening to Radio International with JP. And this is my song, Hold Me.
Hello everyone, I'm Alona Lundstedt from Belarus, and here is my song for Eurovision Malmo Soleo, live on Radio International. Enjoy! When the sun is always shining on you, we play to the rhythm of a cha-cha. Soleo, to the music of this.
Hi, this is Roberto Bellarosa from Belgium. You are listening to Radio International with JP, and this is my song Love Kiss. Enjoy.
Radio International.
And welcome back.
The Eurovision Spotlight on Radio International. This week,
it is our dear friend and master of speech from Dublin in Ireland. It's Dermot Manning. Welcome back to the show, my friend.
Thank you, JP. Great to talk to you. How are you?
Very, very good. And we do love these XXL editions of the Eurovision Spotlight. We got more time for more Eurovision classics and we can play them all in full as well.
Exactly. Well, we have a nice one to talk about today. And it goes back to the fact that we usually talk about 12 songs when we talk about do these XXL, these extra long spotlights. And it might be interesting to know that over the course of its history, 52 countries have taken part in the Eurovision Song Contest. And of those 52 countries, nearly a quarter of them, 12, actually made their debut performance in Eurovision Song Contest held in Ireland. And that's more than any other country has ever hosted. Even the very first contest, Switzerland, Lugano in Switzerland, 7 countries obviously made their debut there, but that was it basically, because no other country ever made their debut in Switzerland after that. But over the course of it hosting 7 contests here in Ireland, 12 countries have made their debut, their first entrance onto the Eurovision stage. And so I thought it might be nice to look at those 12 debuts that were here in contest stage in Ireland. And for the first debut, we're going way back to the first contest stage in Ireland Ireland. It was, of course, the 1971 Eurovision Song Contest, staged in Dublin's Gaiety Theatre, the beautiful Gaiety Theatre. Interestingly, this will be the 50th anniversary of that contest will be coming up in April of next year, and the Gaiety Theatre where the contest was staged itself was 100 years old in 1971, so it'll be 150 years old next year as well. And singing the first debut song I'm going to listen to tonight was the song from Malta. Now, Malta actually had been hosting its own song contest, Malta Song, or Song for Malta, since 1960, and the very first winner of that contest back in 1960 was a guy called Joe Grech. And 11 years later, when Malta made its debut at the Eurovision Song Contest, Joe Grech was the person chosen to sing the very first Maltese entry. And he would bring the first Semitic language to the Eurovision stage because he would sing his song in Maltese. And Maltese is an extraordinary language. It's a mixture of about 7 or 8 different languages, like Egyptian and Arabic and Italian and French and English and all sorts of languages all mixed together. Anyway, Maria e Maltia was written by Charles Mifsud and Joe Grech himself, and it simply translates as Maria the Maltese Lass or Mary the Maltese Girl. Now, actually, Joe should have opened the contest in Dublin in 1971, because when the draw was made in November of 1970, Malta was actually drawn to sing first. However, unfortunately, Austria joined the contest a bit later on, and in order to start just redoing the draw all over again, they just simply threw Austria on in song number 1 at the start of the contest. That meant that sadly poor Joe will be moved into the dreaded, the bogey second position, second in the running order, where we of course know that no song has ever won the Eurovision Song Contest. But still, this is a great song to start Malta's journey in the Eurovision Song Contest in the Gaiety Theatre in Dublin in 1971. This is Joe Grech singing Maria e Maltia, Mary Maltese Girl.
1971.
Ooh, that doesn't sound like the Maltese entry, does it? It's this one here.
Memșli durli sveljarin, nistenna li adilin, potirjalen mi vitama per il fontana in cui nistenni. Sabiš mohli si visser, albi tinte la bilfer, il fortuna la adlimien, helu destin. Maria, 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 اسمك فوق فم كل هاد اسم فريح ماريا 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 هالورد لي بواشنين تانتو صبيح كلور هاتنقلم شرار النار من جسمي ويتلانجلي جابو زوج كوي كفار بلو بلو داو كاينيك سبيح بسيما دا مستريح دنيا Malta, Maria Maltia. Fa baraba faya faya fa baraba faya faya fa baraba faya faya fa. Memșli durli sveljarin, istenali adilin, potirjal mi vitama penil fontana in curistenni. Sabiš mohi si visser, albi tinte la vilfer, il fortuna la adnimiek, helu destin. Maria, 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 ismek fuq fom kulħat, isem ferrih. Maria, 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 għal-wart li fewaċnin tantu sabiħ. Kulur ħaddek lew xirrar il-nar, min ġosme u jitlanġli ġabu zewġ kwi keffar. Blu blu daw tajnik sbieħ, bissima ta' mistrieħ, denja li tkun bint Malta, Maria l-Maltija.
Beautiful piece of music there, and that's number 18 for Malta's entry in 1971. Joey Grech and Maria Maltia, the Maltese girl, the Maltese Maria. Fabulous. A debut in the Irish Eurovision Song Contest. Actually, the contest hosted in Ireland there. A debut country, Malta. Over to my dear friend and colleague, Dermot Manning in Dublin.
I can tell two things to tell you as well about that. JP was the conductor on the night for Malta, the first ever Maltese conductor, Twani Chirkop, who was credited on the night. He's actually named Anthony Chirkop. He would actually be back in Ireland 23 years later because he would conduct the Maltese entry in Dublin in 1994. So we don't know what he did in the intervening years, but he actually turned up again. And the other thing as well was there, for people who want to see what it was like in Ireland in 1971, while we were hosting that contest, there's a terrific documentary that's only gone up on YouTube in the last couple of days. It was made by Spanish television during the Eurovision week. It shows a lot of the performers in their hotels around Dublin. It shows some of the parties. It shows a lot of the rehearsals, including, for example, Séverine wearing a very yellow dress during rehearsals in the Gaiety that week, and Clodagh Rogers and others. And it's a really interesting look at how Ireland was in 1971 and what the contest was like behind the scenes as well. So definitely TVE 1971 Radiographia. If you just put that into YouTube, you'll see that documentary. Really, really worth watching. Anyway, our next, during the 70s, by the way, a few other countries will make their debuts. You would see Israel in 73, Greece in 74, Turkey in 75, and we'd have the only ever entry for Morocco in 1980. But the next entries, our debut song in an Irish contest, will become in 1981 when Ireland would stage the Eurovision Song Contest for the second time. And we had one Mediterranean island making its debut in 1971 with Malta. So the next Mediterranean island to make its debut will be, of course, Cyprus. And they made their debut in Dublin in the RDS, where we staged the contest in 1981. And singing for Cyprus, making their debut, is the group Island. And Island consists of Doris Gregoridas, Roger Lee, Aristos Moscovatis, here we go, Areti Kasafi Haralabidu, and someone we would see in the 1987 contest, which you would again represent Cyprus, was Alexia Vastilou, and Alexia would sing Aspro Mavro in 1987. But this song did very well for a debut, and much better than Cor Joe Grech did, who came last in the contest. So here we have the debut entry for Cyprus at the Eurovision Song Contest in Dublin in 1981. It's Island singing the song Monica.
Cyprus.
1981.
Μας βρίσκουνε πάντα μαζί.
Περάσαμε ώρες και δύσκολες ώρες, μα πάντα η αγάπη μαζί.
Ποτέ δεν θυμάμαι ανήσυχος να είμαι, γιατί ήσουν πάντα εσύ. Πιστή συντροφιά μου, τραγούδι χαρά μου, αγάπη και ελπίδα χρυσή. Μόνη, 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 μόνικα. Ζήσε εσύ για μένα, ζω εγώ για σένα κι είναι όλα αρμονικά. Μόνη, 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 μόνικα. Ζήσε εσύ για μένα, ζω εγώ για σένα κι είναι όλα αρμονικά. Ήσυχος να είμαι, γιατί ήσουν πάντα εσύ. Πιστή συντροφιά μου, τραγούδι χαρά μου, αγάπη και ελπίδα χρυσή. Μόνη, 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 μόνικα. Ζήσε εσύ για μένα, ζω εγώ για σένα κι είναι όλα αρμονικά. Μόνη, 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 μόνικα. Cecilia Mena, Zoe, Goya Sena, Tine o l'armonica. Moni, 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 Monica. Sì, Cecilia Mena, Zoe, Goya Sena, Tine o l'armonica.
It's Iceland, and the song is Monica, number 6 for Cyprus at the Eurovision Song Contest 1981. Cyprus debuted in Ireland. And that's what the subject is today. Countries that all made their Eurovision debut in Ireland at the Eurovision Song Contest. Over to Dermot for our third song.
Nice song. I haven't heard that song from Cyprus for such a long time. Nice, happy song. Anyway, the next time Ireland would host the Eurovision Song Contest will be again in Dublin, this time also in the RDS, where it was in 1981. Interesting though, no country would make its debut though in the 33rd Eurovision Song Contest. Though interesting, we just heard Cyprus there. Cyprus actually had an entry selected for Dublin in 1988, but unfortunately they had to withdraw very, very late in the day. And actually, interesting, they were due to be formed second in the draw, because they were pulled out for Sweden and ended up having to sing second instead. Anyway, but the 5 years later, Eurovision is back in Ireland, and this is interesting because in 1993, we're really after the huge changes that happened all over Eastern Europe in the late 80s and early 90s, and obviously what happened with the fall of the Berlin Wall and the collapse of the communist regimes all over Eastern Europe will be that these countries ultimately will try and enter the Eurovision Song Contest. And so eventually the EBU really struggled to come up with how to accommodate all these extra countries in the contest. And really they've gone through a number of different ideas with semi-finals and 2 semi-finals and so forth. But back in 1993, their first attempt to come up with a solution to incorporate all these extra countries that wanted to take part was to have a pre-qualification round just for those new countries of the East that wanted to enter. And so it was that 7 countries took part in a pre-qualification show in Ljubljana in Slovenia. And the countries that took part were Bosnia, Croatia, Estonia, Hungary, Romania, Slovenia and Slovakia. And the results were very interesting because they were very, very tight. I mean, the winner was 54, second 52, third 51, but the country that came fourth was at 50, so only missed out by 1 point, and that was poor Slovakia. But it was interesting that given that the contest was taking place in Slovenia, it was 3 countries from the former Yugoslavia that actually all qualified to go to the Eurovision Song Contest, held that year, of course, in Mill Street in County Cork, in the beautiful Green Glens Arena. So on the night anyway, the first of the next debutantes, as it were, 3 of them, to take to the Eurovision stage, we looked to Slovenia. Now Slovenia, of course, had been, as long with Croatia and Bosnia, had been entering the contest really as part of the former Yugoslavia, and 4 entries actually from Yugoslavia were actually Slovene songs, including 2 in a row in the 60s. But the first independent entry from Slovenia came from the One X Band, and the song is called Ti Jevan Dan, which translates as a quiet rainy day. And the One X Band were Cole Moretti, Andrej Bejanik, Tomasz Koszek, Sandra Zupank, Barbara Simigoy, I think, and Urska Gestrin. And the song was actually composed by 2 of the members there, Cole Moretti and Tomasz Koszek. So here we have the One X Band singing the first ever Slovene entry into the Eurovision Song Contest, well, first independent Slovene entry, Ti Jevan Dan by the One X Band.
Slovenia.
1993.
Zapremo ci potujem dalec stran čez pretekle dni. Narišem senco in že me več ni. Kako dobro se zlivam ta svet, ki me omamlja. Kako vas se potegne me čas,
first ever Slovenian entry at the Eurovision Song Contest in 1993. It made number 22 with the with the band 1X Band, that's the artist, and then T. De Zeven Dan. Dermot, over to you.
The next debut country on stage in Mill Street in 1993 is Bosnia and Herzegovina. And of course, everyone will remember that 1993 would have been the height of the terrible, terrible wars that affected the former Yugoslavia when that country broke up into its constituent republics. And the war was particularly severe and awful in Bosnia and in its capital city of Sarajevo. And indeed, that whole terrible history is reflected in the song that was sent by Bosnia to the Eurovision. It was called Valbo Svijeta, which translates as All the Pain in the World, sung by the group Fazla, which was named after their lead singer Muhammad Fazlijic. Also on stage was Adina Salenkovic, Erlia Hadzovic, Amir Beljanovic, Enver Mijilic, and Izo Koljec as well. Their conductor, who was meant to be with them, obviously in Mill Street, couldn't get out of Sarajevo. Such was the terrible sniper fire that they endured while trying to leave Sarajevo airport. So actually the Irish conductor, Noel Keelan, had to act as musical director on the night in Mill Street. If I was actually in Mill Street that year, and I will never forget the wonderful reception given to the Bosnians, because it really was extraordinary that they were able to get out of a country and a city under siege. But they did get to Mill Street, and here they are with Valbo Svijeta, sung by Fazla, the Bosnian entry.
Bosnia and Herzegovina.
1993. And it's coming up. You have to, otherwise you have to start singing by yourselves. Here it is.
Ja ne mogu skinuti zvijezde sa neba, ne mogu naći put do svemira, al ti mogu pjesmu poslati, da znaš da sam živ ljubavi. Kad se noćas na mom licu suze zalede, neću dati da me strah sa sobom povede. Ja još imam snage sam da pobjedim, da smo zajedno lakše bilo mi.
Sva bol svijeta je noćas u Bosni, postaje da bol prkosi i nije me strah stati pred zid. Ja znam da zapjevam, ja znam da pobjedim.
Se noćas na mom licu suze zalede, neću dati da me strah sa sobom povede. Ko će mjesto mene stražu čuvati, da se nikada zlo ne ponovi.
Sva bol svijeta je noćas u Bosni, postaje da bolu prkosim i nije me strah stati pred zid. Ja znam da zapjevam, ja znam da pobjedim. Sva bol svijeta je noćas u Bosni, postaje da bolu prkosim i nije me strah stati pred zid. Ja znam da zapjevam, ja znam da pobjedim.
Wow, that's Fazla, and that's the first ever Bosnian and Herzegovinian entry at the Eurovision Song Contest in 1993, number 16 for Sva Bol Svijeta. Fazla, over to Dermot.
And doing one better than the Bosnian entry in Mill Street and the song that came 15th is the third debutante we have from the Mill Street contest in 1993, also from the former Yugoslavia. This song is from Croatia, and indeed Croatia was by far and away the most successful of the Yugoslav republics when Yugoslavia was entering in the Eurovision Song Contest, and indeed it was a Croatian song, Rock Me by the group Riva, that would win Yugoslavia's only Eurovision victory in 1989 in Lausanne, and indeed it would be the Croatian capital Zagreb that would host the 1990 contest host the 1990 contest for when Yugoslavia hosted the contest that year. So for the first ever Croatian group in the Eurovision, it's actually it was a large choir group called Putokazi, and there was a huge number of members in that. So 6 members were basically taken out of Putokazi and were simply called Put. And those 6 were Vivian Galeta, Olja Desic, Melita Sedic, Naim Aya, Petar Kukjak, and Andela Jelic. And their song, very similar in theme to the Bosnian song we just heard there. They talked about the pain of the whole world, whereas the Croatians also evidencing their own troubles in Croatia at the time. Their song was simply called Don't Ever Cry.
Croatia
1993. Don't Ever Cry, that's Patpult from Croatia, the debut entry in 1993 at number 15 at the Eurovision Song Contest. Beautiful piece of music there as well.
The world's greatest hits. JP. Tune in and rip the knob off.
Dermot, over to you for our next piece of music there.
I always think, JP, that song could be a Christmas carol, couldn't it? Or or a music box song or something. You know,
Nice.
a very sweet song that from Croatia in 1993. Anyway, the 4 countries that missed out in getting to Mill Street were Estonia, Hungary, Romania, and Slovakia. And those 4 countries got automatic entry into the 1994 contest. And there they will be joined by 3 other debuts from Lithuania, Poland, and Russia, giving us a record equaling 7 debutantes taking to the stage in the Point Theatre in Dublin in 1994 for what will be the, I think, 5th Eurovision Song Contest staged in Ireland. And indeed, those 7 debutantes actually would equal the record set at the very first contest in Lugano when 7 countries made their debut, obviously in the very first contest. Interesting, though, to note actually of the 4 countries that didn't, the 4 acts that didn't make it through in 1993 in that qualification, none of them ever came back to the Eurovision Song Contest. Janica Silima from Estonia, never saw her again. Hungary's Andreas Zulak, I never saw her. And then there was Dida Dragan from Romania, they never reappeared again. And Elan from Slovakia. So it's interesting that, you know, having gone to that first qualification, that they never were succeeded in actually representing their countries at any subsequent Eurovision Song Contest. Anyway, on to Dublin 1994. We've 7 debutantes to get through here, so we better carry on. And the first we're going to look at is the debut entry from Estonia. And Estonia's entry that year was sung by Silvi Vreit, sadly no longer with us. Her song was called Nagu Merilena, which translates as Like a Sea Wave. It was composed by Ivar Must. Ivar Must actually will compose Estonia's only Eurovision winner in 2001. He composed the song Everybody, and lyrics by Lilo Tungai. So this is a good one. It's the first ever Estonian entry making its debut in Dublin in 1994, the Eurovision Song Contest.
Estonia.
1994.
Masabon sa laya ko'y laine, mis ronda merebay kudi, ja meremai muhulta pealamaine, kuid rõivas võde kui tii. Alla või jää või tuli kuu, su kõigi unistuste tuum ja valgele on paljus truu. Endani sulle tõin ma, kuigi tean, et homme võin ma muutuda vaid nimeks sinu suur. Ja muutun samuti laine, mis piire millekski ei tea. Sa oled mees ja mina olen naine, tean mõnda, mida sa ei tea. Alla võin, kui jää või tuli kuu, su kõigi unistuste tuum ja valgele on paljus truum. Endani sulle tõin ma, kuigi tean, et homme võin ma muutuda vaid nimeks sinu suur. Ma olen nagu päev, sa öö, üks meri, teine on kui maa. Kui palju tundeid mahub meie vahele, aimata ei suuda keegi, muutub meri, muutub maagi. Alla võin, kui jää või tuli kuu, su kõigi unistuste tuum ja valgele on paljus truum. Endani sulle tõin ma, kuigi tean, et homme võin ma muutuda vaid nimeks sinu suur. Su kõigi unistuste tuum ja valgele on paljus truum. Endani sulle tõin ma, kuigi tean, et homme võin ma muutuda vaid nimeks.
Silvi Vreit and Nagu Merilene, and that hit number 24, the debut entry of Estonia at the Eurovision Song Contest back in 1994.
Eurovision's greatest hits.
Every year you think it can't get any worse.
With JP.
And every year you're wrong.
Well, we are here with Dermot Manning and we're doing the Eurovision Spotlight XXL. It's the debuts at the Eurovision Song Contest that debuted in Ireland, actually. And here comes Dermot, our master of speech from Dublin.
Well, just having had the debut from Estonia at the Eurovision Song Contest, next on stage is the debut entry for Romania. Romania represented that year by the wonderful Dan Bittman singing the song Dincolo di Nori, Beyond the Clouds, that means in English. Romanian, first time you'd hear Romanian sung at Eurovision. Romanian is a weird language. It's like Slavic, Italian. So you hear it being spoken. It's like an Italian person either very drunk or it's but you do get a lot of the words that are very familiar if you have any sort of Italian or Spanish knowledge in you. Anyway, the song written by Antonio Fortuna and Dan Bittman himself, it would come 3 places better than the Estonian song we just heard, but I was still thinking it would only come 21st, but still good entry, very nice man. This is Dan Bittman singing the first ever Romanian entry in Dublin in 1994 with Dincolo di Nori.
Romania
1994.
Poate mă vei asculta. Am ales și rău și bine, o parte din mine. Lasă în grija ta nopți fără vise, întrebări fără răspuns.
And that's the first ever entry of Romania at the Eurovision Song Contest. It was back in 1994. It hit number 21, Dan Bittman and Dincolo di Nori. Dermot, good idea to do this kind of show and tell the people, actually remind them of the Eurovision history like that. Great.
Exactly. And as I said earlier, next on stage after Romania in Dublin that night was the Maltese entry sung by Kristen Mora, who actually had sung as part of the Maltese entry in Mill Street. And the conductor for that Maltese entry was Anthony Chirkop, who I said conducted the very first Maltese entry in the Gaiety Theatre in Dublin back in 1971. Anyway, our next debut comes from Slovakia in Dublin in 1994. And here we have, here's one of these ones, like we need Ross now to help me with pronunciations. Nekoniche Nepizm, I think is how you pronounce that, and it's translated to English as Never Ending Song, and it was sung by the group Dublatanka. And Dublatanka were made up of Martin Durind, Juraj Topor, Josef Durban. And the song itself was composed by Martin Durind himself, who's the lead singer, with lyrics by Martin Sarbas. So, as I said, Slovakia, anyway, we're creeping up the scoreboard slowly, because we had Estonia there in 24th, we had Romania there, Jinkla Donori, 21st, and now we go 2 places higher because this song from Slovakia came 19th. So here we have, it's a terrible title in English for a song of Eurovision, but here we go with Never Ending Song, Nekone Chena Pizan by Dublatanka.
1994. Slovakia. Dublatanka and Nekonečna Píseň. Number 19 for Slovakia, the Eurovision Song Contest 1994. And I love that song. Beautiful. It's the debut of Slovakia back in 1994 when the contest came from Ireland. And that's the subject. All debut countries that debuted at the Eurovision Song Contest in Ireland with my dear colleague and friend Dermot Manning.
And like JP, like the 46A bus, you wait for one debut to come along and get 2 at once. Because immediately after Slovakia on stage in Dublin in 94, we have the Lithuanian song. First ever song from Lithuania indeed. And the second from the Baltic states that night in 1994. Indeed, the third Baltic state, Latvia, we wouldn't see making their debut until 2000. Anyway, here we have a bit of Eurovision history now. Because basically with this Lithuanian song, we have the worst debut in the history of the Eurovision Song Contest, because not only does our poor friend singing this Ovidius Viskiniauskas finish last in the contest with 0 points, but they don't actually reappear until 1999. So Lithuania stays as the worst. It took them 5 years basically to get their first point in the history in any Eurovision Song Contest, and that is the worst record of any country bar none. Also as well, Lithuania is the only country ever to finish last with no points on its own in its debut. Portugal in '64 did the same, but 3 other countries managed that feat sheet as well. So here we have then the very, very, very unlucky Lopsine Milaimai, which translates as Lullaby for My Beloved, which came last, unfortunately, for Lithuania in their debut in Dublin in 94.
Lithuania.
Nuodėmė paliesties, išsipildymo meldžiu. Sapnas mano į tave įeis. Likti tamsoje vienai neleis. Mano neliesta styga.
Was Lithuania's debut entry at the Eurovision Song Contest in 1994. Hit number 25, Ovidius Wisniewskas, something like that. Lopsine Miliami. And we're running out of time shortly, so Dermot, over to you directly. Go ahead.
Absolutely. Well, it's interesting that we filled up the lower end of the scoreboard there, JP, with those first four songs. However, we're going to finish now with three songs, actually all performed one after another in the contest in 1994, and all three of them would finish in the top 10 in the contest, and one of them would actually be the most successful debut country in the history of the contest after the 1956 contest. And the first of these last three we're going to listen to is a song that actually dominated the scoring when the scoring started in Dublin in 1994, because it got the first 12 points and was way at the top of the leaderboard. And we're talking about the Hungarian entry sung by Frederica Bayer, and the song is called Kinek Mondjam Elvit Kemet, which translates as To Whom Can I Call My Sins, composed and lyrics by Sylvester Genet. So here we have the song that did very well for Hungary, sung by Frederica, Kinek Mondjam Elvit Kemet.
Hungary, 1994.
De fényre vágyom, mindérre húzó fecskepár. Testem kihűlt álom csupán.
So nice to hear that piece of music again. It's 1994's debut entry of Hungary at the Eurovision Song Contest. It reached number 4, and I had a pleasure to meet Federica some years ago at the OGA Germany convention. The song that debuted is called Kimet Monjam El Vet Kaimet. In 1994, when the Eurovision Song Contest came to you from Ireland. Dermot.
And straight on after Federica for Hungary, we have the Russian entry, first ever Russian entry in the Eurovision Song Contest. Now here's a case of like pick a name for this performer, because her real name is Maria Katz. She performed as Judith, but she actually wrote the song under the name Pilgrim. So take your pick. And the song itself is Vechny Stranich, which translates as Eternal Wanderer. But what we all remember about this song is the extraordinary dress worn by Judith on stage. But this is a terrific song. Finished 9th as well, so a top 10 finisher for Russia in their very first entry at the Eurovision Song Contest. Vechny Stranich, sung by Judith.
Russia,
1994.
Твой голос далеко, и я кричу тебе через моря. Наш дом хранит твое тепло, в нем пусто без тебя.
Russia's debut entry to the Eurovision Song Contest by Judith Pilgrim and Maria Katz and Vechny Stranik. Number 9 it reached in the 1994 Eurovision Song Contest, and that's Russia. Last song on the way on our special on the Eurovision debuts of those countries that debuted in the contest when it came from Ireland in Dublin. Over to Dermot.
And the most recent country to make its debut at an Irish Eurovision is, of course, Poland. And this song, sung by Edyta Górniak, it's not me, would be the most successful debut song in the history of the contest, because back in 1956, Lizasia won the contest, but that was actually the second Swiss song on the night in Lugano, where obviously this was the first Polish one. And indeed, this would be a record that she would hold until 2004, when Serbia-Montenegro would also come second in their debut, and would only be beaten by Maria Surifovic, who would win the contest with Serbia's debut entry in 2007. This is a song that very nearly wasn't performed at all in the contest, because it was threatened with disqualification because it broke the rules by singing in English during the last dress rehearsal on the Saturday lunchtime before the the grand final. And indeed, it was only the fact that less than 13 countries protested at the time. Over half the countries had to protest against a song for it to be disqualified, and less than 13 countries did so, which is why Poland stayed in the final. So anyway, it's a great song, though. Dieter Gorniak sings the life out of this one. It's the brilliant Polish entry, came second in Dublin. Tonia, It's Not Me.
Poland.
1994. Dermot, also a quick goodbye because we're running out of time. Thank you very much for bringing that good idea to the show. Edita Gorniak hit number 2 in 94 as a debut entry. Tonia, this is it for this week. Thank you very much for joining us. Bye, Dermot.
Lovely talking to you, JP. Take care.